This is the How Is He podcast, a deep dive into Carlow soccer with Podge and Papa, proudly sponsored by Curra Sports. Let's kick it off.
Welcome to episode 53 of the How Is He podcast. Joined as always by my co-host, Paul Papa Dowling, here in the fantastic Ampifi Studios right in the heart of Carlow town. This week, we're going to answer a few of the guest questions, Papa.
Right.
We also have...
Head wreckers.
Did I say we're going to answer a few of the guest questions? No. We're going to answer a few of the fucking listeners' questions.
Oh.
But we also have a guest. A Carlow man who played a small bit in Carlow, but is probably better known for his time on the Fokkov circuit. And he is still on that circuit. He started playing Fokkov 2018 and got to 4th in the Irish rankings, which qualified him for a World Cup, which was in Morocco in 2018.
Yeah.
He qualified for the Irish team and the Won the Four Nations, which was held in Kilkenny in 2022. He was number 2 in the country and maintained his ranking, and in 2023 qualified him for the World Cup in Orlando, Florida, in the same year. Massive welcome to Stan Brennan. I don't know what happened to me there. I had a stroke during that intro or something. Did I? It's like...
Did you swallow a loop or something?
I don't know what I swallowed. Stan, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Welcome onto the show.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having me.
Here's where I'm going to start, right? Stan came in. I don't know if you can see this on the video. I'm sure you can, but he came in with a football, right? It's a Jumbalani, right?
Jabalani.
Sorry.
You are being...
You're still...
Jabalani.
Dust there, you are.
Call care doctor, will you? and we're in Dr. Woods' old spot as well. Whenever he was here.
Yeah.
But no, he came in and he brought in the spot. I says, where are you going, Stan? For kick around or something? He says, no, this is the ball I use. It's like, all right, talk to you. He asked us guess the price of the ball.
Yeah. You got it wrong, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, you guessed, what, 150?
If that was to go on eBay now this minute,
Yeah.
what are you getting for it?
I'd say about 300.
That's outrageous.
That's second hand now, as I said, like, yeah. So brand new in a box, probably about 450, 500.
Do you, like...
And order them from a website.
You can't order new ones anymore. The only way you get a new one now is if someone...
Adidas website.
No, if someone had one at home and on the shelf or something like that and just decide, right, I'm going to get rid of these footballs.
eBay
have
or
to go on them.
something. Like that
You might get a new one on eBay, stuff like that, yeah.
Right.
Scan this one. It says you can go again, like you get silver ones. There's a pink one. I've seen a pink one before that I'd probably fetch, I'd say €1,500, I'd say.
Nuts.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's obviously, you know about the strike, though, how good it is, do you?
It does. I find it does roll that little bit further, especially when you're playing on a proper golf course. Yeah, like the fairways are bigger, they're better maintained and stuff like that. They will roll that little bit further for you. That than like a normal.
Like hard plastic, right? Is it?
Pretty much, yeah. But like, yeah, it is crazy money that you can end up paying for them.
It'll suit your technical ability, Sam.
And we'll find out what year soon enough as well.
Yeah.
I
actually got us a pair of footballs for that. I have a Cup Champions one, and you have the Derby one. You know the Derbies. That'd go a mile, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Roll it back to me and I'll run out.
No, it just struck me straight away because I was thinking to myself, like, that's actually outrageous.
Yeah.
Because is it a case that first of all they're obviously clearly rare, right?
Yeah.
And not many people have them. That the whole value and could raise the value. But as a footgolf player, and we'll go deep into that in a few minutes, like how important is, like, you've no backup there, do you? Like, do you have to service that ball and everything?
You
have a second one?
I do have a second one, yeah. That was by chance. So some people raffle them then.
Okay.
So they might raffle and they might do 30 tickets at €20 ticket, which is €600. Or no, sorry, that's probably extreme. They might go 20 tickets at 20.
Yeah.
So that's €400 for the
They're
ball.
making a few pound too, aren't they?
And I just got lucky. I won one of the raffles, €20.
Oh,
yeah.
ideal.
Yeah. So
Brilliant.
that was how I had a second one.
Do you have to clean it and...
So I did give that a little clean before I came in here. Just
I had to say, good job at spots.
some lads though would. Some lads would really, after every competition, would clean them and stuff like that, yeah.
Is there an ideal pressure to put into play at and all that? Like,
I put mine at PSI 9.
PSA 9.
Yeah. So some lads...
Jack over there, look.
Some lads will go up to 11 and be very firm. And then some lads could love it just
Depends
nice
the
and
way
soft.
you like to strike the ball, obviously, is
There
it?
you go, yeah.
what's the difference?
Just...
2.
You can't... Some lads... I've seen one or two lads go down
Giddy
to
now, you're going to
PSI 4. So I've had... And just it's just not as hard. Like.
The more soft, I presume.
Probably... Yeah, like if you're playing with, say, abroad or something like that as well, where the wind can pick up a bit more, if your ball is at 11 or 12 or something like that, it does roll a bit, which unfortunately can roll the wrong way for you and stuff like that. So it can.
Yeah.
So if it's a little bit flatter, it won't roll as much.
Are you left foot or right foot?
Luckily, I can hit with the two, but I would predominantly right foot.
Yeah.
Sorry for breathing.
Might not
More
be good
right
with
foot.
either. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not good with either, some would say.
No, you're good to a both, yeah. Remember that. I wonder what pressure you're going to put on for me and you, Patch.
Well, I have.
You're about 14, I'd say.
We're going out. I'm going to give the exclusive, right? We're going out on the 18th on Good Friday. Yourself, and Stan, and we're bringing James. We're going to record it.
Yeah. We get a few kicks out of James as well, will we?
That's a bit harsh on James.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Thumbs up there. And we're going to go.
I don't mean kick you, James. You can kick the ball, like.
We're going to go play the Fokkov because we have entered the Pairs Irish Open.
Have we?
We have, Papa. We're in on the
Jeez,
23rd.
pressure.
Yeah. 23rd of May.
What's the goal for us? Not to finish last?
No. We'll see after Fokkov, but no.
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't be a big hitter.
Would you not?
No.
You're accurate, though.
I'd have... Oh, sure. One
You fancy yourself, really, don't
I've
you?
a one Guardian Leviosa in left foot.
You do, yeah.
There's no doubt about it. Yeah. There's no
One
doubt about
Guardian Leviosa.
it. It is, man.
Do you think so?
Peg, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But that's needed. That's badly needed in Footgolf. Just as someone
Left and right. Could be a good
40,
combination.
50 metres out and a bit of putting in. Putting is the key, really.
So
I
the
think.
format is
Both tee off
Scott, yeah, and then the
and
best.
then pick your ball, yeah. But like for that competition now, that Irish Open, the Pairs one, that'll be 18 holes, but like you'll have, I think the world number 1 is coming over. You'll have lads there's a lad coming from Australia, there's lads from Spain. Everything
On the
coming
Friday?
on the Friday, yeah.
Might have to bring the 3-wood pads.
But then I have 2 rounds on a Saturday and 1 on the Sunday as well, so I do.
Have you?
Yeah.
And what's your current ranking?
I don't know. Oh, I think I'm 9th at the minute after 2
You're
events.
top 10.
Top 10 at the minute, I think, yeah. So we had Quinna 3 weeks ago in Carlow here. First time we had a competition in Carlow ever.
Brilliant.
And then we had one in Pocock and Kilkenny.
Yeah.
How did the one in Carlow go?
Great, thank God. 52 lads played it. I had to go to, me and 2 of the lads dug holes the Thursday, Friday, some of the Saturday as well. Had it ready then for the Sunday. We played it. It was great.
Someone told me to play. Who told me to play in it?
Robbie Moore
A
played.
few
Robbie
lads.
Moore.
Robbie
Robbie
played
Moore
in it.
played
Yeah, yeah. Jordan Lowry played. Do you know who's quite good at, actually? You would know him. Paddy O'Brien. Red Paddy plays the golf.
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Great
soccer player.
striker
Played
of
for
a
Castle
ball.
Rangers.
Yeah, good,
Yeah.
great striker of a ball, but well able to read a green from the golfing perspective.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was 2 under. This was his first time ever playing foot golf. He was 2 under with 3 to go. But like I had said to you as well, lads just get injured because they're not used to kicking a football.
Yeah,
that many times.
yeah. I told you I played it last summer and I suffered for 2 days. I was sore now. Yeah.
Well, like,
The Leviosa of the left foot was
Yeah,
sore, wasn't it?
It was swole.
with the likes of an Irish Open there were 18 holes and some are long. Like you could be talking, you kick a football hard 30, 35 times. So then if I have to do that twice on a Saturday and once on Sunday, like you take it, a Gaelic goalie in a Gaelic match, I only kick out a ball maybe,
10 times.
15 times, like. So you're going to go triple that.
Yeah, but it's full pelt from the first
Full
one every
pelt,
time, isn't it?
Yeah.
And does everybody tee off with that kick though?
That's up to yourself. You have a little tee there, yeah, that you can use from the tee off if you want. Now, I like to use it because I feel I can get a bit more distance off it.
Yeah.
But also, then if you're trying to clear a hazard or something like that, it's quite handy. I do find some lads won't use them. They're just like, especially foreign lads aren't used to them. Foreign lads wouldn't be really used to them at all. Kind of sort of
Would they,
wouldn't.
yeah?
No, because a lot of from Gaelic perspective, you could have used it in Gaelic for
Yeah.
kicking out a ball or something
Yeah.
like that. They wouldn't just off the ground the whole time.
It comes back to like golf though as well. If you have a choice of a long par 3, is a wood off the ground or wood off a tee?
There you go.
Tee it up on the little stump there.
Yeah.
Like a little tee and
Yeah.
it rises, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta see the picture, Patch.
Yeah.
Not painting.
And if it's really windy then as well, like sometimes I wouldn't use it because
Stingers.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Try it.
Oh, hello. Jesus. You got previous, have you?
See what
You're
he's
giddy.
thinking to
You're
do.
giddy now. And you're off the Gusta Monday. And you know what is? I don't like it. And I want you to cut it out.
Oh, sorry.
That's all I'm
Be
saying.
childish.
Sorry, sir.
Anyway, we did have questions for Stan. We do have questions for you. So look, let's roll it right back.
Mr.
Like,
Sir here beside me.
How
Sorry, go ahead. No. Right, I'm finished. Go ahead.
that's it for this week. No. How did it start? Like foot golf? How did they catch your eye or talk to me? Bring you back.
I think about 2017, I was up in Dublin with mates, and it's like, "Come on, we go over to this place in Footy." I said, "What is it?" Like, I think it's like, I don't know what you call it. You kick a football and there's a big hole. And I was like, "All right, just sure, go on, we go." So I went over then, and honestly, I'd say about 2 holes in, I was like, "This is deadly." Love
Did
this.
you?
Straight away, I was like, "This is deadly." Saw this.
Yeah.
So the boys enjoyed it, but they didn't quite enjoy it as much as I did. So they weren't obviously as eager to go back to it. But about 6 months later, I went back again and I played it, and I was like, "This is absolutely deadly. I love it."
Just went up on your own sort of? Or was it a
No, I just
tournament
went
or
up to the
something?
lads again, like.
Right.
But then I seen a Snapchat. I think it was either Sean Gannon or Owen Root, and I said to him, "Where's that you're playing there?" They said, "Oh, there's one open there in Kilkenny." I went down there the next day. I'd say I went honestly about 10 days in a row.
Go ahead.
Just absolutely loved it. And then when I was down there, then they told me, "Oh, we have a competition coming up that was part of the Irish tour." That was kind of they had the last competition. So I said, "You know what? I'll go up there and I play it." So I thought I was shooting quite good scores.
Yeah.
But when you go to a competition, then the lads might, your hole could be like 50 yards long in poker, but then the lads for the competitions will change it to 80 yards long, and they put tee boxes away over here, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, here, what?
Different course.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a different hole,
and so I went up anyways, and it was wet. Can't wear football boots. I had my football boots on. Had to put on my Asics runners. Had no Neil's football. Lads, I'd say I was with 25 over par. Like I was like, oh my good God. But then they said, look, sure, come back next year. Like, play the tour. Like, so I played a good bit over the winter and all that sort of stuff. I said, you know what, I'm going to play the tour. And that was it. Then, just honestly, loved it.
How many games on the tour?
So for argument's sake, this year we have 8 100 pointers. We have a 250 pointer, and then we have a 500 pointer, which is the Irish Open. That's the biggest one. Then the 250 pointer one is Enniskillen. And then we have 8 100s, which was the likes of Carlow, Kilkenny. We've won in Newcastle, we've won in Cashel, one in Shannon, Newton Abbey in Belfast, Highfield in Kildare, and one other one I can't think of just off the spot.
How does the point system work then? Obviously, the points.
So your best 6 out of the 8 100 pointers, and one of the other 2. So
that's good. You're loading off then. You can
exactly.
Still feature,
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So it's called a 100 pointer because that's the points on offer.
Exactly. So the winner will get 100 points for that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the rest then filters down through.
Yeah. So we have a 250 pointer and a 500 pointer. They're more so for the world tour. So for our own tour, they'll class the 500 pointer as a 250 pointer because there's a huge gap between the two. So if you were to win the 500 pointer, you get 500 points, but then you might only could get 50 points in the rest of them. And so if someone did quite poorly in 4 out of the 8 and only got, we'd say, 200 points, he could win the Irish Open and then get 500 points. Next one he's gone up to 700 points and out jumps loads of people just because of one event. Like, so that'll be for a world tour, that'll be 500 points, but for our Irish tour it'll be ranked as a 250 pointer. So you have your best out of Enniskillen or the Irish Open.
What's your best finish?
I had on a 100 pointer. I've had a first. That was about during COVID time. Actually, we had after COVID we had a massive competition up in Newcastle. It was 72 playing it. I won that one, but in terms of big ones, Enniskillen, Irish Open, that I think I about 10th, 11th, because that's them type of competitions. You have the lads coming over from England, Spain, France, all these places.
Play a Fokkov.
Yeah.
Are the monetary? Is there a money cash prize?
Yeah.
This way to come?
Yeah. So the winner of the Irish Open probably get about 500-600.
Would he?
We're in.
Deadly.
Yeah, Caesar in.
Oh, you spending
Would we?
Where do we go?
Don't know.
But that's
high
only
school.
here. Like, I mean, you go like that's classed as a 500 pointer. Then you have for the world tour, for argument's sake, I think you have like 10 500 pointers around Europe, and then you have 1 or 6 1,000 pointers, and then there's 1,500, which is called the major. So that's been held in England this year in Ashbury Manor.
Do you progress through the tour? So if you're like nailing the Irish tour, can you go on to a European tour?
You could, but that's out of your own accord.
Oh,
You
100%.
don't go forward for Ireland, for argument's sake.
You obviously have to be a member then of
Yeah,
some
would have to buy
governing
like a
body.
membership. Yeah, you would. Yeah, it's a FIFG. It's called.
There's no handicaps in it like that, is there? No. It's
Jesus.
it's like the fact that you have people travelling, right? And you have like it's clearly at a point where it's really popular.
Yeah, like so we 52 for the Carlow event. Now I got a few lads from Carlow. Who played actually as well? Eric Malloy.
Oh
Did
yeah.
he?
Played it, yeah. And another fella from Collection, Coley Stafford.
Oh yeah,
Say
the
his name.
American
American
kid,
guy,
yeah.
Hawaiian
Good soccer
lad,
player.
yeah.
Hawaiian, is he?
Hawaiian, yeah. Lovely left peg on him now. Really nice. Good strike of a ball. 2 of them played. So they did as well.
Bomber enjoyed it. I was talking to Robbie
Yeah.
Moore about it. He said he really liked it.
Yeah, I said Paddy.
He was playing with someone well up the rankings.
Yeah, the 2. I can't remember who they played with.
Was it a Dublin chap?
Yeah, Wayne Condren, I think his name. Wayne
Yeah.
was a good
I
player.
can't,
like,
I can't remember the name now. I wouldn't.
But I was really impressed with Paddy O'Brien now. Couldn't get over how, like, there could be a good foot golf for him there now if he wanted. Like, there's loads of others actually around that would be really good at as well. Like, if they played it, but
Yeah.
they just have other commitments between soccer, Gaelic.
Great game though, isn't it?
It's,
Looking forward to that.
is it like golf where, say, when I started playing golf 10 years ago or so, instantly I'm in love with this.
That's what I got. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never met anyone to play foot golf and go, "Do you know what? That's absolute crap. Don't like it at
I
all."
hear you.
Some people just like to play it socially. I
Yeah.
like to play it competitively and travel around and do all
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. But I've
Popular
never
for
had
stags
anyone.
and team
It is,
bonding
and
sessions
that's
and
where
all
probably
that,
where it
isn't it?
started out at first, but then it just kind of gets to the next
Bit of crack and it sort of
the next level of it.
materialise after that sort of, yeah.
Talk to me
Absolutely.
about the time you put into it then.
The which?
The time you put into it.
Yeah, so at first I suppose when I didn't have kids and stuff like that, like I would have been going probably down once a week. With kids now, it's probably just competition to competition. Might get down the odd time, like that type of thing. Like, be great now if it does open in Carlow, 3 minutes from your house.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Be able to get down there and play there. Yeah, it'd be great. Like, so it would. Not that Kilkenny's far or anything like that, but just, you know, you get home in the evenings.
How
and
much
stuff.
is the entrance fee for these kind of things? Like, is it so the 100 is not as expensive as the 500?
No.
obviously,
So
is
for
it?
the 100 ones, That varies. That goes from about 20 up to 30. So you'll have 20 would be for newcomers, like yourselves, for argument's sake. 25 for, could be, I think it's 20 for newcomers, juniors and female. 25 for amateur and senior, which is over 45, unfortunately.
Qualify,
yeah.
You're underage.
Yeah, thanks, bud.
And then the pro section is 30.
Is it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like people say, just 30 is probably a bit steep. But you get 2 rounds as well. But I never see it as, like, I enjoy it. I love it, you know, kind of way, so I don't mind it.
Though, is it?
No, that's
Especially when you're getting 2 rounds as well.
Sure,
Like,
how long is it taking you?
just for like, we start at 10.
It's like
10
it's
o'clock to
value for
1.
money.
You know,
like.
you have your lunch then. You might be finished till 4:30. Like,
Of course,
generally, a competition is a day. Like, and when you're on about travelling, then you're saying there. We have a fella there from Tyrone, so he used to travel like nearly 3 hours to like a minimum to nearly an event. Like, no, he could drive down to like Kinsale. We had a competition last year. This sort of stuff. Like,
It's like a lad on the Euro Tour and the golf.
I think
isn't
he's
it? Like,
fine.
just everything is self.
And when the flip side, we have a lad from Cork who travels. So sometimes they were traveling to competition last year, 5.5 hours driving, just up like to the event, play the event,
drive back home.
Yeah, it's 10 hours driving. Like,
Is there a career in it for, say, you?
for me, no. You'd want to have you'd want to have a big bank balance to
That's
play
what
the
I mean.
world-
You're not
to play the world tour around like that,
Yeah.
or else you'd have to have a sponsor. You couldn't have work and all this sort of
Yeah.
stuff. Well, sorry, no, some lads do like, but
Yeah.
because they're like
You're
they
taking
can.
holidays though, right? Like
No,
these
but
lads
so-
coming from Spain and all that.
Yeah, they are. Or else some of them, like, there's a fella there from Argentina called Matty Peroni. He's like does some sort of digital thing, so he can just bring his laptop, work wherever he wants. You know, that kind of way. Just log in and away he goes. Then just plays the competition back out the later on does his work and.
But I presume it's not like you just don't rock up to the tee box. Like you do your stretching and like you take it proper seriously.
I'm buying a massage gun before we play.
Absolutely.
That's cheating, Bodge.
Not massage gun, I'm telling you. Get one
Not
of them.
warm it up. I'm telling you.
You'll
You
need
will.
I know.
The Irish company, or the Carlow one, I'd say 6 people had to stop after about 18 holes. But just not used to kicking the ball that much. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's
Crazy,
a different
isn't
type
it?
of kicking, so it is like as well.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you're trying to ping it, you're trying to go hard side foots, all this type of thing.
Do you find that there's a lot of goalkeepers do it?
Good question, Paul.
The world number 1 was previous world Ben Clark is him. He was a goalie in his younger days with Watford. All right, yeah, a few goalies. A lot of it is
Because
like
a goalkeeper it's accurate kicking out all the time, isn't
Yeah.
it? So that's pretty much the same
like you would.
with a smaller target, say, as the whole rather than a moving
Yeah.
player or whatever.
Well, like, I mean, I always said to lads, like, you know, if I asked you to kick a ball from a halfway line into a goal, you'd probably get 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
But try kick a ball into the goal without hitting the net.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you have to change your technique because you're not booting the ball. You're just trying to hard side foot it along there. Generally, in soccer, like, I could pass you the ball, but you're stopping it. Whereas we have to just
Judge the
measure
pace of it,
exactly,
yeah.
judge the pace of it. Like, yeah,
It's actually the weight of your pass is key. I noticed that now when I played it.
You're building yourself up there, bud, for a fall.
No, I'm good at it.
Oh, yeah.
No, I am good at it, yeah.
we're about to find out in a few weeks, aren't we?
Yeah, not around actually in a few weeks. I know, I think I'm good at it. I'm probably fucking not right, but I do think I'm good at it. Where do you see the sport going? Like, the top lads on the world tour, like, that must be their full-time profession.
Yeah, pretty much. A lot of them would be kind of would have sponsors as well, like where they'd have their sponsor, but also then when they're going to different countries, because they know a lot of people on the circuit. And same as myself, like I would know a lot of lads. So if I was going over to Scotland just to play a competition, I'd probably put a message up saying, lads, going to the Scottish event, anyone around, someone will message me and say, look, do you want to stay in my house?
Yeah.
And they would have that. So like a lot of the time, because they're top players as well, they're probably getting free into competitions just to say, look, we have the world number 1 coming to our event.
Sell
or we have
the event.
Exactly, yeah. And then other lads sign up. So they might get free entry to the event. They've also free accommodation because other players putting them up. So if they're sponsored, then just pays for the flight. I wouldn't say it's a free time, but it effectively is like.
Where do you see it going? Like, where can it go potentially? Like?
They're hoping to have it at the Olympics in, not the next one. What's the next one?
Los Angeles is the next one, is it?
Is it Australia then after that? I think they're hoping to have it for Australia.
Is it back in Australia? Yeah.
I think
Los
it
Angeles
is.
is the next one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then what? That is
2028 is the next Olympics, right?
28, yeah. 32 then.
32. I think they're hoping to have it in the Olympics for that.
Where?
Male
I
and
think-
female.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
everything
There's
seniors, the
females,
whole lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Separate sections.
Junior under 16. Men then is from 17 to 45. You have senior from 45 to 55, and you have senior plus from 55 upwards.
Jeez, I'm not seeing
I was just going to say, there's longevity in it, isn't there?
There's a couple of play in England. I think they're about 8 years of age, husband
God
and wife.
bless them.
And they just go
But you know
around.
what
They
is?
just love
There's
it,
a
like,
lot
yeah.
of people for the love of the game who
Just
actually love it.
Love
At
it.
65, because I
Yeah.
can tip along here and just play this game for a
And
crack.
obviously they can't kick the ball far or anything like that.
No.
But like, they just love it. Like, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
It's great for that. Like, we have a man that plays it. He's about 57, I'd say, and he lives for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely lives for it. Like,
I see it in the golf club every morning. Like I dropping the post out there. It's the same 15 lads finishing around the same time every day, and they can't hit the ball as far as what they used to, but they absolutely love going out, getting their 9 holes, their cup of coffee. It's their meet and greet.
Yeah.
It's their little social aspect, and then they go home and do their garden and whatever they want to do, or with their wife go off shopping. But that is so important to them.
So like we could have a 4-ball there in a competition. You could have a 13-year-old, a 57-year-old, a female, and you could have the Irish number 1 all in a group together. So it's such
a mixture of everything.
Exactly,
sort of, yeah.
And it's brilliant. Like there is so much longevity in it, like as well.
Great.
And the seniors as well. I think you'll tee off from tee box just up a bit further as well.
Do ye?
What do you mean ye? What was one point of me, Stan?
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm senior plus. I'm only senior, Stan.
yeah, okay.
Sorry, junior. Arnold Schwarzenegger over.
Hey, he's the one firing shots. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry, I'm just on you today.
Would you see any aspirations to play Olympics yourself?
Oh yeah, that'd be. Obviously, I couldn't say it was like a childhood dream or like that, but yeah, when they mention it, like you think, Jesus, yeah, like that'd be unbelievable. Imagine playing the Olympics, like a sport that you love, like for your country.
An idea what the qualification process is? Or?
No idea yet, but I would say I'd be senior at that stage, all right. So there's obviously when our seniors now at the minute. There's only about 8 or 9 seniors playing, and like that's nearly doubled.
You're only starting senior.
That's kind
so
of
the age could
I'd probably be 47 or that when that comes about. So obviously it would stand to you a bit.
What's like 45 plus?
Would be 45 plus, yeah. So I'd imagine if you had, it all depends on how many licenses people sign up for licenses. The more licenses your country has, the more spots you will get.
Right.
Yeah. So if we only had, we'd say 12 senior spots, licenses. I'd say you might get 1, maybe 2 spots.
Who pushes for it to become an Olympic sport? Because I was watching Olympics during the summer and seeing boys in canoes falling over the ceiling and everything.
Yeah.
So what sport is this, man? They're just dropped into the water.
Yeah. Well, like rafting or something, isn't it?
I was like, who's dropping these
and they have
boys
to
in
go
here?
through the two poles, don't they?
Yeah. So I do like
like
that.
whitewater rafting.
I'm an Olympics fiend, man. I love it.
Yeah, it's
brilliant.
The sport.
deadly.
I love the sport. It's sports I'll never watch
the
ever
track and
again.
field is brilliant. But the
Unbelievable.
other
Can't beat
sports
it.
in it, like
Can't beat it.
Outrageous.
like the BMXing and all that crap. The mountain biking through the. He would love that.
No, there's another story. Do you know who? I was at the last World Cup in 2023, actually. Just when you said BMXing. He plays for England. Alan Smith. I have a picture with him. Alan Smith, Smudge, used to play for Leeds in 1999. So
BMXing.
He was a BMX champion when he was younger.
Go away.
Yeah, 14 years of age. Yeah. So I was chatting to him at the World Cup, and he was just telling me about it as well. Like, and
it was in Mosney when I was playing the pitch and puff dollar.
He said it was the best thing ever did was
go to slow bike race.
No, it wasn't slow bike race. Robert Bulger was in the BMX section for the Mosney the community games. Yeah,
deadly,
BMX.
yeah.
We were playing pitch and puff. We were second. We won silver. Cork won gold. Or the hockey, this in fairness, but it was the best 405 scores.
Right, yeah.
But Robert, we had all travelled up all the different sports, and there was girls running, all that kind of crack, and lads running. But Bulger was there for the BMX section. We were like, what?
That'd be
BMX,
deadly. Deadly.
And it's brilliant. Yeah, there's every sport, really, isn't there?
Yeah. I'm an Olympic fiend. Like when you said to me today that I could be in Olympics, like, oh man, no way.
Yeah.
Like, not saying I'm going to get there, but I'm going to do everything I can to get there.
Yeah.
But you know, when that comes round, you could be, I don't know what ages are, but you could be senior plus. So that comes down to like a very small category of players, like.
Yeah.
So it does.
Stan, there's a couple of rules here. Stop mentioning senior plus, all right?
I think you'll find that's one rule.
No.
I just think that as a brand, like that's going to propel it, right?
Yeah.
And then with the right backing financially, it could become a thing.
Yeah, so at the minute there's lads in the background trying to get like Sport Ireland. See, there's so much criteria you have to fill out for Sport Ireland. You have to be like, you have 3 years set of accounts, all these type of things. You have a certain amount of members. So lads are trying to do that in the background, that we will end up get funding for that can propel your sport even more again on social platforms and all these type of things. But it all takes time, like.
Because I did watch the Four Nations on YouTube. There is good coverage of it.
Yeah, the one in Kilkenny.
Yeah,
that was good.
Yeah.
That was great. We beat Scotland on penalty shootout.
Yeah,
or penalty put. Sorry, not penalty shootout. Yeah,
brilliant, wasn't it?
Brilliant, great.
What's the distance of that?
So that can be up. That can be the discretion of the two. That was the discretion of two captains, and then we had like a referee, a fella from England came just to be a referee.
What choices are you given?
It wasn't that far off then. It was only 15 yards, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, you could. Sometimes you can all just depend on the slant of a green. Like, so you might think, like, is this too much or is it too little? Like, you obviously don't want a dead straight over every single player's getting it. But that putt like looks so dead easy. But it was one of them ones that If it rolled either side at all, it was gone that side. So it was only one fella out of 9 got it.
Yeah.
One of our lads got it. Scotland missed all 5 of theirs. Only one out of 9.
You won the four, that was to win the four.
That was the first ever one, That one, Kenny, was brilliant.
Is that
10 penalties and only 1 scored?
Yeah.
You think it's easier than that?
Oh, it's very hard. It's very hard to put the ball in the hole, man.
Yeah.
Very hard. Like, is that Four Nations thing
every 2 years now?
Brilliant.
So we had one last year, so we did. That was in Ashbury Manor in England. Ashbury Manor is like the 8th or 9th largest golf resort in the world.
Go ahead.
It's 5 golf courses. Like, it's so big, you have to have golf. You have to go on golf bogeys around and all that sort of stuff. Like, yeah. Huge. So the next one, so this year's tour is to try qualify for the Four Nations, which I think has been held in Scotland, and that'll be like a top class course. Yeah, top class.
What's the criteria to qualify?
6 out of the 8, and then the one of Enniskillen or the Irish Open.
So you got to be top
15 in the men's section.
Okay. And a young course?
Yeah, I think if I stay playing the way I'm playing, I'll be okay.
Does the seeding go off years previously?
No,
it's just
straight.
So you can have a bad one and then the year of it.
Yeah. And even you could have a bad competition. You just write it off. That one's done now.
Yeah.
So what's your course record?
In Kilkenny.
What's your one?
In Kilkenny, I shot a 22 under. What? 22, yeah.
You didn't?
I did.
Did you?
Now that was a good few years back, so it would have been slightly different layout.
How many hole in ones did you get? 3?
None, I don't think. I got a few eagles, all right. If I think back, I would have started with what? Birdie, eagle, birdie, eagle.
Eagle, is it a 2 and a par 4 or is it 3 and a par 5? 2 and a par 4.
There was 2 par 5s with eagle, both of them. Good few par 4s, then I would have eagle as well. And I'd say I probably would have got about 3 pars. The rest would have been obviously birdies and eagles then, yeah.
What's your technique in the bunker?
So bunker shots, you can't run to it. You just chip it out or toe poke it out.
No,
you have to stand beside. No, same with putting it. Putting is side footed or toe poke.
You can't roll.
Can't put your foot on top of it.
Yeah.
And just roll like that. You can't do that.
Yeah. All right. So you're standing side on and just hitting the side foot, or
But I'm studying now. I'm a student now, right? Forget everything else in life. I'm a student of this because I want to make an impact there. And I look at the technique of lads putting, right? They're bent.
Yeah.
They're bent over like that,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Square on, and then they just have their like
little toe,
leg dangling, the toe it.
Yeah, that's the way I would put now.
Yeah.
bob toe.
Just a little like.
Stand up there, Stan. Give us an old
So if
down.
I was putting like, it'd be kind of look. I'd be down over like that, and just bend like that, and just
dink
like that. I just find it more control. Sometimes when I used to find when I was putting like this, it might hit here or it might hit here. Somebody can't hear me.
Yeah.
Used to find it come off the heel of my foot or the toe. I don't know, I felt more comfortable with the toe.
I also seen a lad this morning grab his leg.
That was Sammy Tahouri.
Yeah.
Yeah, tick-tock tacky.
How did I do?
I think he's just doing that for the laugh.
Is he?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I tried it today and it wasn't hot. I'll tell you that. It was like lifting the bag of pedigree chum or something.
He's doing a bit of social media for Sammy. He's a good lad.
Yeah, he's a
good lad. Yeah.
But there is like a style. I want to ask this question, right? Why do you wear backpacks?
So you have water in it, bit of fruit, scorecards, tea, just a little phone.
Really?
All these type of things. Yeah.
Carry your own with you.
Because you don't, if you're running.
Spare ball in the bag.
Absolutely. Some lads, yeah. Especially if you're playing abroad or something like that where there's water.
And
like we played in the World Cup in America there. Like there was ponds with crocodiles.
What?
Get your bomb down there. Game over. See you later. You can have it there, crocodile.
Did you stay in Orlando?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think of it?
I've been there before. It's unbelievable. Like, but for that, like, people think, oh, Orlando, Disney World, it's unbelievable. Like, but sure, we got about 2 days off out of 12.
Yeah.
There was one day there, we left our hotel at 6:30 in the morning. We got back at 9 o'clock that night.
Yeah.
Absolutely exhausted. Like, you're just getting a shower and straight to bed. Like,
Yeah.
and in that heat as well, like, and all, it's just.
I was there last June.
It's unbelievable. It's the best place in the world.
Yeah, beautiful, yeah.
Best
Where,
place
Disney
in the
World?
Yeah, Universal Studios.
Is it?
Unbelievable. Any age.
I was just interested.
Honestly.
Go as adults, still enjoy it.
Absolutely. I went on honeymoon there.
Did you?
It's just
I was
unbelievable.
just interested in the world's biggest McDonald's. That's there.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's try the one out there.
You want to stop that now, Paul? For Brennan.
We're athletes now.
Yeah, we're
What's
athletes
the
now.
what's the name of the pub in Simpsons?
Most Tavern.
Most Tavern is there as well.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Like,
We were only there for 3 nights. We didn't do what we were exhausted, man. After traveling about 13 states, and it was our second last state, so we were like, no, we'll just relax by the pool, and we went for a walk, and the Epcot is there as well, right? And it was all deadly, but we didn't do Universal or anything like that. But
so Universal alone, like you could walk around for 12 hours. Like.
100%, yeah.
The hardest hole in golf, like,
Yeah.
or in your foot golf, is it par 3s?
They can be, I
because
suppose.
you can hit a bad shot on a par 5 and recover, can't you?
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
But like, par 3, you'd imagine, just picturing it would be... Obviously, depends on the distance as well.
You go to, like, you could play events, like, and you think, right, you see the scorecard, you haven't gone out yet, and you're thinking to yourself, lads, 120 yards for par 3. Divine God. But sure, it could be a little slanted one. It could be slanted down a hill. Then you might have one that could be 70 yards, which is very reachable, par 3. But sure, it could be tucked in behind a bunker. The trouble with foot golf as well is, I mean, when we have big competitions on big golf courses, you're obviously not digging a hole on the green because you would destroy it. It's just off the green. And generally just off the green then, unfortunately, is a bunker just behind that or water or something like that.
Yeah.
So, like, you could be putting for birdie and think to yourself, right, there's a chance here. You could go a foot behind that hole and next minute you're gone into the water and you're going away with a double bogey, triple bogey, and you're thinking, oh my God. Like, the margin can be razor thin in the socket. Honestly.
What's the longest?
Punishment-wise.
Yeah, no, it is.
Honest to
No,
God,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to picture the shot before you kick it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, to get your happy place, man.
5 minutes. Yeah.
You'll be choosing that.
What's the longest hole in Kilkenny?
Kenny wouldn't be too bad. Par 5 probably. About, I'd say 150 maybe.
Yeah, it's a short enough course, right?
Yeah, it would
That'd be
be,
the 18th is long enough, is it?
The 16th is probably it's par 5 though. 16th is probably the longest, I'd say.
That's the dogleg right one, is it?
No, that's the 10th. 16th is straight
How
up.
many times you were down there?
I've played it 3 or 4 times.
16th is up near the close as well. It's probably the longest, I'd say.
Yeah.
I'd say about 140 maybe.
Yeah. I think it's great value, man.
Absolutely. And they'll let you go as many times you want down there.
Yeah. I think it's
Brilliant,
super
isn't
value.
it?
Yeah. It's deadly.
What's the hardest course you've played?
Probably the English Open last year in Ashburn Manor. That's like, played two par 5s back to back. Now it was a gale force wind, but they were back to back, 310 yards each. 310 yards.
No
long.
eagles there, man.
Well, to be fair, no, I didn't eagle it, but with the wind, I was at the back of the green in 2 because it was just the wind was so strong. Against it, then I wasn't even there. I don't even think I was there in 6. It's like putting for a double bogey straight away. Like, and you know, if you were getting a bogey on that hole, you were nearly feeling like it's birdie because there was nobody, barely even getting pars on it. It was that long.
Wow.
310 yards. What would that be in me?
Sure.
280.
Yeah.
60,
Take 30 of it. 280, yeah.
Yeah.
280 metres.
209 metres. Like probably 2 lengths of Gaelic pitch, Lenny, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's more.
Would it be?
Well,
Yeah,
more,
again, yeah.
About 2.5
Mad when you think of it
inches.
like that, though.
Oh,
You add
my
280
God.
metres. Then you say, there's 2 football fields.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
When did you
All
ever
of a
kick the
sudden,
end of a
like,
football
yeah,
field?
Yeah.
You know, it's impossible, like.
But the thing I find about it, right, and the very little experience I have playing it, you can try and whack it, but you're losing control.
Whacking doesn't work in Kilkenny
No.
and all these small places at all. But Irish Open, you'd get away with a bit more because big open fairways, Ashbury Manor, that's where lads with bigger boots do have that small bit more advantage over you. But like I said, Kenny, if you start trying to bring out a driver there, stuff like that, you may forget about it.
Yeah.
Because it's
There's no
all
control
just
over
keep
it.
it on the fairway.
Yeah.
Did the sausage ever try it? Sausage Brennan. He won the puck fodder, didn't he? Or the
long
kick
kick or
fodder.
something, didn't he? Yeah,
He won the
did.
kick fodder, yeah. He did, yeah.
Yeah, I
when he
remember
played in
that.
the goal for
The
Carlow
Blues.
or Blues at the
He
time.
did, yeah.
Could have been in the goal for Carlow, but he won the kick fodder, I think.
Gosh, there's a few lads on the tour as well. Like,
Some strike of a ball.
massive kick of a ball, some lads. But then
Yeah.
you look back and some even lads in Carlow, like Broderick and Daniel St. Ledger and all from the Gaelic, they're
Yeah.
massive kick of a ball.
Yeah.
Oh, they use, obviously, the heavy, like the more pressure in it to make it heavier for them.
Yeah, but some lads just have a massive, like that Ben Clark fella I was talking about, just
Huge.
just ping, it's a missile, just
What's your distance, Dan? Well, like, what's your range?
in the likes of an Irish Open course. I'd probably get it about 80 metres, I'd say. You'd
Not
kick
bad,
it.
like, that's
yeah,
average.
because you're forgetting, like, it does run, like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
kind of a way, like the ball, especially in a dry day, the ball will roll. You get it further again on a really, really dry day, but when it's really wet and stuff like that's where I'd probably struggle a little bit, like.
Yeah.
The lads have a longer kick, obviously, yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
very hard. Like, what the point? It's very hard to have that big ping and be accurate.
Absolutely.
Like, that's very hard.
Very hard. It just kind of comes with practice as well. You kind of do develop a technique, so you do.
Yeah. Because I even feel it when I play golf. If I try and go full swing, it doesn't go where I want it to go. Like, do you know what I mean? And I think it's kind of the same for me when playing the foot golf.
There's a saying in Golf Podge, and it says, when it's breezy, swing easy. Do that. Don't swing like a lunatic at it.
It just doesn't matter what I said. It's just,
No, I'm just saying it to you.
it's upsetting out to me.
Very sensitive tonight.
If I was to give you a blank canvas, right, and a blank check,
Yeah.
how were you promoting it? What would you do? What would you change in the game? Because it's a new sport, right? It's a young
Yeah.
sport.
Yeah, because a lot of people still don't know about it.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people don't realise that there's a competitive side to it. Like, I said, I've been to 2 World Cups now, and then people are like, there's World Cups in this sort of thing,
Yeah.
like, you know, kind of a way. So I probably would try that, and then I would probably try get into schools with it.
Okay.
Start from that and work your way up. The trouble, I suppose, with Footgolf is generally it's a lot of people that, you know, maybe fed up playing soccer, fed up playing Gaelic, or just maybe not making teams. Because like the likes of a lot of good lads, the likes of Broderick there, and taking Niall Quinlan for example, they're still playing for Airog, they might be playing soccer. So anyone, and females are literally impossible to get involved because any good female is playing soccer, is playing Gaelic, is playing camogie, they're playing something. So then it's generally always like we have 4 regulars to play, 3 girlfriends of some of the lads, and then 1 daughter of one of the older lads. I won't call him senior. Daughter,
so promotion is the first place you start.
I would, yeah.
Schools is a good way of doing it, I'd say.
So, yeah, it'd be like it's a great day out, like for like even soccer teams and all like that.
Yeah.
Just
we went pre-season with Pats. I didn't go, no, but we brought
brilliant.
Kenny. Yeah,
great day out. Some crack, just a little bit of camaraderie between yourselves and all that type of thing.
Just, put a little prize up for it or something.
Yeah.
A forfeit, something like that.
For a cup, sure. It means the world.
Yeah, it creates a good buzz and a good atmosphere, and I think it's cheap. I think it's
you're not
accessible.
Yeah, it's good.
You know, like I think it's one of them ones that if, say, a Barry Hearn figure or something like that came in, because you know they go to like all these sports go to these conventions in Vegas and that, of new sports conventions.
Yeah,
like I think if someone got Footgolf of that ilk was like right.
There was a competition. There does be one held in I could be pronouncing this wrong, Shara or something like that, in Dubai. It's like the Dubai Open I think it's every January. And last year they got in a load of like Totty played, Seedorf played.
No way.
A lot of these boys came and played professional Footgolf.
They're obviously trying a few pound out of it.
Absolutely, yeah. Just to kind of showcase
promote
and stuff
the game,
like that.
sort of.
Like there's a World Cup next year. Now Ireland have to qualify. There's a singles and a team event. Singles comes down to your ranking. The team event, Ireland have to try qualify for that to get into the team event. But like, you could bring a celebrity to that if you wanted. Every country's allowed to bring one. Alan Smith, because you're allowed to go to that type of thing. Pierre Van Hooydonk is Morocco World Cup. Roberto Ayala came third in it.
No way. Centre half, Argentinian centre half.
Yeah.
Very good at it.
Yeah.
Really good.
Talk to me about the World Cup. So how do you qualify? Are you qualifying as a single or as part of a team?
Yeah, so you qualify as a single. And when you get to it, the last 2 World Cups we've been to, so when we went to it, Morocco and USA, when you get there, you might have, what they would say to you is, right, whether you have 8 players or France who might have 35 men, you have to nominate 6 players and it's the best 5 scores out of them 6 players. So if each player was to shoot 5 under par, France are going to be 30 under, could be leading it. Ireland, all their lads shot 2 under par, they're 10 under. So it was the top 24 countries out of maybe 48 qualified. That was what happened in America. So top 24, and we snuck in at 21.
Okay.
About 2 shots ahead of just made it like. So what they did then was 6 groups of 4, top team in each, which was 6 teams, and then the 2 best second place teams. Excuse me. So we came second, just missed out on score difference to get through the quarter final. Yeah.
No way.
Very unlucky. Came 10th overall.
What was that experience like, Stan? Both of them?
That was the American one was brilliant. The Morocco one was kind of one. It was only the second ever World Cup, so it was a bit smaller. But then one in America was brilliant. No, really good. And in our group, we had America, we had England, we had Slovenia in our group, so it was brilliant. Played England the first game, won 4-3.
Gets in. Get in. You won. You're a winner. You're a winner in my eyes.
I can see you giving yourself self-commentary as you're going along playing this. It's going to be good.
No, do you know what I have a habit of doing?
What's that?
When I hit a good shot, walking after it.
Do you? Is your chest out?
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah.
Because you know,
Yeah.
there's sometimes you can hit a shot from like 50 metres. And you're like, this has a chance. This has a chance, lads.
Like
you start walking, then then it might lip out and just fly about
like
10
a
yards.
senator going to confession. That's what happened to him.
So that was brilliant, that World Cup. So France have won the last 2 back-to-backs. Just tell you who's playing a bit with them actually now as well. 2 Liverpool boys, Pongola and...
Cinema Pongola.
Yeah, and Italic, was it? That 2 of them?
Anthony Italic,
yeah, the 2 of them.
No way.
Yeah, they're playing a bit now with France and stuff like that. Like, yeah.
Would there be much of a crossover between tours? Like, I know you're probably obviously Irish based.
They try do the 500 pointers. You have to submit them. So if there's only 10 around Europe, for argument's sake, they have to. Each country has to submit a bid, and then they will. You have to provide a date that you would like to have it on, and they will not. They won't clash with any of the rest of them. Basically.
Yeah.
Now you might have a 100 pointer in Ireland clashing obviously with a 500 in Hungary. So that's up to the individual player. Look, will I go to this or will I go to that?
Yeah,
completely up
it's
to them.
more. It's a very. Like, I know you obviously have a governing body in Ireland, and obviously there's a national governing body, probably European governing body, but it's a very independent sport, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Like,
All
if you
self-funded,
like, it's yeah.
Yeah. So the 2 World Cups I went, I had to just I ran raffles and stuff like that, so I did to try fund it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, like, I think that's the first thing that I change. You know, I probably look at the prize money for things and try and up them, and
Bigger entry. You think 20 is not enough? 30 for a.
yeah.
You're getting away with.
You'd have to do
30.
something, because there's like something that's, especially if the participation is there, right? It should be something that is easy to promote, instead of asking lads or lads covering things out of their own pocket and all that crack, right?
So like the bulk of the money would come from the amateur status. So pros, we might have about 10 to 12 playing. Amateurs, you could have about 30. So that your base kind of figure is €25. Like, out of 25, you know, half has gone straight to the course.
Yeah.
That you're having the competition on. Then you have to, so just say $12.50 goes to the course per player. You then have to pay the FIFG €100 for having an FIFG 100-pointer. You have to pay for medals. There's so many little things. I'd say you might come out with about €4 or €5 per person. That's it. Like,
Crazy. Are you involved at that level?
I am on the committee side of it, yeah. Well, yes, I am a bit, yeah.
Okay.
Fair, yeah.
Big committee, small committee? How does
Very
it go?
small. It's all voluntary work.
Well, small. I think small committees
But it
are
helps.
better.
It
does,
help
but
in
you
the
mean
long run, right?
Yeah, like, but it's
Like, it's not
still
gonna run
hardship
itself,
as
is
well.
it?
No, absolutely not. No,
You know, it
it's
needs a
still
little bit of
hardship all the
organising,
time.
like.
Like, I mean, but you'd always want people to chip in with a bit of work here and there. Like,
Well, I suppose if you look at registration to it, it's all about getting the bodies, isn't it?
that's why I pushed very hard to get lads from Carlow to come. But yet again, I probably would have got with 25 lads from Carlow if there was no soccer on that morning.
Yeah.
All playing soccer.
Yeah.
Pats,
Yeah.
New Oak, the whole lot of them.
Yeah.
I think the only one that wasn't playing was Collection, actually, and that's how
Yeah.
The
Eric
two boys
Malloy
came,
and
yeah.
Corey
Boys that
Stafford.
Friday night,
Exactly,
sure, yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Eric is with Brian, but
Yeah.
No, it's. I really think there's a proper like the way golf is now. I think if you have the base of a really good governing body, and the money is flowing in from registration or whatever, and because you probably will end up going on the road of giving handicaps and things like that. Like, it'll
Could
probably
possibly,
be,
it could. Yeah, we have done a few competitions of our own. Just like lads, we go up and we'll, you know, the top player might be +6 or whatever it may be, or -6, whatever it works. And to do it that way, just to make it fair, because if you go, because there is 1 or 2 lads in there, like they're just better than everyone. There's no point in sending them off.
Yeah.
the only real negative is that you don't need equipment, really.
Would you find that a negative? As in,
like, to sell. Do you know what I mean? Say if you're a governing body and you're like, well, you want to play foot golf? You can only buy your foot golf balls off us,
okay, right.
or you can only buy your tees off us, or the backpack. Like,
Yeah.
I know that ball that's sitting there is
500 quid.
whatever.
say.
Yeah,
100,
it's- but you could go down to GF Sports there and get a ball for £9, and
Don't get me wrong, some lads do. Some lads just use them. For Paddy O'Brien had a €10 football,
yeah,
pinging it down, like, absolutely pinging it down. He was.
yeah. But he's,
Yes.
The boys couldn't get over the 2 lads he was playing with. Like, well, he was with 2 good lads as well. Like, so he wasn't there. It was like, Jesus, man.
good.
First time playing it.
First
And
ever
where did
time
he
for
finish
foot golf.
then?
He couldn't, sure. He got injured.
Oh, he got hurt.
He only played 18 holes, but the last 3 holes he was injured. So I think he finished level par possibly.
Right.
But like 2
That's
under
good,
after
though.
16 holes. Like, he was beating Irish internationals there and all
Yeah.
at that time.
Was the reaction good from guys that came down to Carlow for the first time played? Were like, oh, well,
Yeah,
that's decent.
because like some of the courses we play on would, the standard of that Carlow course would definitely probably be the best 100-pointer we will play on. The best course we'll play on will be the Highfield one, the one you're going to play in their shop.
I seen the first tee box in there off the roof.
Yeah, off the roof, yeah.
Where's Hyphy? Where's that?
Where we're playing.
Carberry and Kildare.
In Kildare.
We're playing there.
Getting your sat nav, bud. You're driving.
That's all right.
I'm going to be fucking
But even
zoning in and away in the car.
when I play that, like
the
Farley
legs in
said,
in the back seat like that.
I'd have to wear the proper kit and all. Like, whereas he obviously wouldn't have to. But I would
Yeah,
have
let's
to.
go and ask again. What story with tire like? What?
Has to have a collar.
But would this stand to us as well? No, we'll have to have this.
No, you'd be all right. But I would have to have a collar. My shorts.
Stan,
have
we're
to be,
doing this. We're doing this fucking properly.
okay, tailored shorts have to have the loops in it. Socks used to have to be up to the knee. Couldn't have them down, but now they've changed that rule that you can wear these type of socks.
Ankle socks.
No, don't think so. You get away with the Nike stuff like that,
Okay,
yeah. But
yeah.
we used to have like, let's say playing in Morocco and America, and your socks are up to here, like for
Nuts.
that's the
You
heat.
going to the Scouts or where you going to play football?
What are we going to do? Learn knots?
Ankles up here, ribbons on the side.
But they know it's funny if you make a comparison then to golf.
But the reason, sorry, going back, the
You go,
reason
go for
of
it.
doing that is to try get into golf course, that you're not going in wearing your Man United soccer jersey and all this type of thing, that you're looking the part in ways like.
There's an etiquette to it, right?
Yeah, of course.
But if you go back to golf 100 years ago, like it was all etiquette. That's how it started.
Yeah.
And then it develops. So like you're on the same line, right? So the next thing now you have
Terrible argument though, Podge. Now, you see the lads on the television. Like, you would have never, 10 years ago, you'd never see a hoodie on the golf course.
Yeah.
Never. And you see some Nike polo shirts. Tiger started wearing the ones with the polo shirts up around his neck.
Yeah.
Now everybody's wearing a hoodie or a collarless shirt and a golf. Sure, it's on the television. How come we not wear them?
Yeah,
Like, they're professionals. They're promoting it.
Yeah.
And some lads come at you like that, where I just always wear a collar,
Okay.
always wear shorts or trousers, whatever it is. Just respect. That's it, really.
Yeah.
But
like
some lads don't care, really. Being honest.
Imagine if I was lucky enough to get a competition up in Carlow Golf Club,
Yeah.
and next to me 30 lads are wearing their Real Madrid jerseys or Nike jerseys.
Classics.
Do you know?
and-
Yeah, and then like ankle socks and
Yeah.
Asics and all. It doesn't look the part either. Like in
No.
fairness,
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
not.
because it also puts a prestige on it as well, doesn't
it
it?
does a
Like,
bit. Yeah, because we like there's been competitions on some big courses like the UK, Scotland, Wales, and England all used to be one association. Was UK, so they had a massive tour. Like their competitions used to be huge. Like so, they had Celtic Manor. They had one in Celtic Manor. before.
Go away.
Ryder Cup course.
Celtic Manor. Like,
Didn't play that
that's-
one,
No, that was just no. Before my time, but like that's where they can get this. Obviously, you have to look the part, you have to act the part, all that sort of stuff when you're at them type of courses.
Wouldn't be short of the 18 there, Podge.
Yeah.
You're not on the green.
Yeah.
Back down into this
night. How are you going so far this year?
Okay, I think Carlow, I came 9th in Carlow and 7th in Kilkenny.
You told me in Carlow you crumbled.
I did. I was 3rd with about 4 to go, and do you know the 14th, the longest hole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I played the 13th. We had a par 5, and the 14th we had a par 5, and I birdied the
13 is a par 5 as well.
for the foot golf.
Right.
Yeah. So that was about 180 maybe.
Yeah.
So I birdied that, and I went on to 18 thinking to myself, right, if I could get a par on this, I have 4 holes, 15, 16, 17. I felt we're all kind of birdieable-ish.
You went on to 14.
On
this
the
year.
long one, I was
Yeah.
coming up to that, but I thought if I could par that, get on to the next 4 holes, there was a chance for birdie and all, 15, 16, 17, 18. And I ended up birdieing the 14. I was delighted. So I went up to the last 4 then, +2 for the last 4 holes.
Good.
Whereas one of the
What
last...
is it, 15?
15, yeah, just went off to the hell at the side.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it went down that
The
way.
green is in this.
Yeah.
It's a banking around it, yeah.
But where we have the hole, we dig the hole, it's over near there.
Yeah.
At the hill line of going that way. Whereas one of the lads I played with then, he birdied all 4. Excuse me. So
Yeah.
there's a 6-shot swing
Six-shot
between
swing,
2.
yeah.
So I went from 3rd to 9th.
Crazy.
He won it, or did he? Yeah.
So
No, I
many
didn't
points
get
do you
second.
pick up then where you finished on that?
About 52 or 53. I think it's something like 95%. So 95 of 100 is
Yeah.
95, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
95% of 95 is 90.
Right,
So you're
it
still-
goes like that.
Exactly, yeah.
You're still picking up points though, right?
Yeah,
Which is a good
exactly. Like,
thing,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But like, I mean, a 7th and a 9th has me at about 110 points, maybe.
Yeah.
The fella that won Carlow got 100 points. I think he came like 25th in Kilkenny then. I only got about 10 points, but he's still about
Is it that much of a
4 or
swing, is
5,
it?
4.5 points ahead of me just because he had
Yeah.
one really good event like
When was the Kilkenny event?
2 weeks ago. About 10 days ago.
How would you finish there?
I was 9th in that one. 7th.
Seventh.
Sorry,
So
7th that one.
sorry.
9th at Carlow, 7th Kilkenny.
So you still got points. So
Yeah.
Did you find Carlow harder than Kilkenny?
Yes. Well, Kilkenny would have been a lot easier, but it was very, very windy. So in Kilkenny, there's 3 or 4 holes, like the 3rd hole, for argument's sake, it's kind of sloped like that. So if the ball doesn't go in,
Yeah.
one lad got a 10 on it and stuff like that. Just if it hadn't been windy, I'd say the winning score probably would have been for the 2 rounds about 30 under. The fella that won it was 20, so he hit, I think he was 12 and 8 or 10 and 10, something along them lines. But if it hadn't been as windy, Carlow was definitely harder, yeah.
There's a bit of sneaky water in one of the holes into Kilkenny as
There
well,
is,
isn't there?
yeah, down at the 12th.
Disaster.
Ford, yeah.
Isn't it though?
Well, they've had the Irish off.
Stan, I'm feeling your confidence here. Why is that like
We might stay on the roof, will we, Podge?
rooftop bar?
That's
or
only a
something?
little pond you're talking about there, right? Like
Yeah, it's like a bucket. Yeah, it's like a wheelie bin full of water. Yeah, but
lakes and stuff where we'd be playing abroad and stuff like that, lads. You're looking at it thinking, how am I going to get across this? Like, nearly need a boat to get across.
can you skip it?
You could, yeah. I've seen people, yeah.
Like if you hit the water, it's not.
yeah.
You know, you can
If
skip
you
it.
hit it low enough, it will hit the water
Yeah.
and bounce up board. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's obviously down to the
I
PSI.
presume it's a
and the ball
penalty and you go into the water. It's a penalty.
Oh, yeah. So there's
like you
penalties for...
drop one and
yeah,
hit
of
the
course.
next one.
What you can do as well is, so like, when I was going back to putting with saying, You could have an 8-foot putt and you could miss it by a foot. I said, next minute it's gone down. Go down, lads. 40 metres I'm talking here, like, so go down.
Yeah.
So you have an option then, play it back up as normal, or you can call a penalty and take a drop and put back from where you were. From that
Makes sense,
putt.
right?
Yeah, 'cause you should know the line the
But you
second
really
time
have
round.
to get that one, don't you?
What?
If you take the penalty, you have to get the one.
Happened to me over Scotland a few
you're in
years ago.
trouble.
I ended up going down to a ditch. I think I got an 11. I was putting for a birdie or something like that. It just kept lipping on me
Yeah,
each
but
time.
there's two options. Go back to the penalty, take the penalty.
Where I did,
kick that,
yeah.
Or you're 40 metres.
Exactly.
If you don't get it up, it's back down 40
Exactly,
metres.
yeah.
So
You took the penalty and went back down again.
I went about 4 times.
Stop.
I swear to God, yeah.
Oh man, that's
Yeah,
hard.
it was hardship. And that was only the third hole. I was like 54 holes or something. I was like, oh my God,
I'm
competition gone.
right?
All right, brother. Yeah. Where did you play? You played for a bit for Stratford, right?
Very small bit, yeah.
No.
Yeah. Played New Oak underage.
Yeah.
Went from New Oak to under 16. They didn't have a youth team or anything like that then. So then I went down to Bunclody. Knew a
Did
few
you?
lads. I did, yeah. Knew a few lads down there from the Gaelic. Played there. Actually, sorry, I'm lying to you. I went from New Oak. I went to Shamrock Rovers in Dublin for a
Did
year.
you?
I did, yeah. Then I went to Bunclody. And then back to Stratford.
Right winger, right full.
No, left, right wing. Anywhere in the middle, forward line.
Yeah.
Had a
Anywhere in the front 6 positions he played, no problem.
Just useless, any of them.
No. Your dad was a big soccer man, wasn't he?
He was. He used to coach us, let's say, from under 10 up to under 16. So yeah. So we had a really good team under that New York team we had under us. Brilliant, like really good. We went over to England to play in a competition. We played over to Sweden in a competition, stuff like that. Like, yeah.
You won that at Sweden. That was through Pat Walker, was it?
No, I don't think he was there. No, different one. This was just called the Gothia Cup.
Yeah, another one.
Big massive competition. Yeah, we went over to that. So we did. Yeah,
did you go to the States with Newark?
No, I think that was a few years after me.
All you, Stan?
41.
Yeah, you're on the same age as me. Yeah. I'm 40. Every year would have been the year behind you.
We had our New York team underage, and was some quality players, really, really good.
Who's on that?
Do you know Ross Alcock?
Yeah.
No, Rossi
Centre back.
Welsh.
Ross was top.
Ross at
class.
Rovers for years.
Oh my God, he was a quality centre back.
Good player, yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Eric McCormack, James Riley, best of them all, and probably Ray Walker, I'd say.
Yeah.
Oh my God, outrageous.
Were they all on that side? Yeah.
Yeah, and they were all a year below me as well. So their team at Rovers and all of them was absolutely. They won the SFAI.
Yeah. Was
Rovers.
Chrissy Bulger on that as well?
Chrissy was even a year younger again, but he was on that team as well because he was so good. And Chrissy used to play on our team as well. Like, remember we played a cup final one time under 16 with New York. I think Chrissy played that morning, but he's under 14s, and then played that cup final for us.
We used to love watching him playing football with their all.
That was Kilkenny, wasn't
in
it?
the number 6 then. You see him, it's one
through,
pace
lads.
for the whole game.
Yeah, it never stops.
70 minutes in, it's still the same pace. You're like 10 minutes, you say, just Chrissy looks bollocks. 70 minutes, everybody else
Still
is
going.
bollocks, and Chrissy's
Still
going.
stay going
And it's the
as well,
same ball in the
Yeah.
never like this, the ball was always like this.
Tough as nails.
Yeah,
Really
good man.
good,
Yeah, I got a golf for Chrissy.
Yeah, he's
lad.
good at it as well.
Yeah, he's good.
But I'd say the best of them all, probably Ray Walker. He's just that's unbelievable. Left foot, right foot. He's big, strong, he's quick. Score goals, left foot, right foot, heads,
Just
header.
natural to him, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
no, I mean, 100 metre sprint, he'd win it. 1K run, 5K run. Hadn't you want?
He's doing half marathons now.
Athlete.
I know.
Is he?
And
Is
he's
he
40 years of
35s?
age. Yeah, he is with Hanover, isn't he?
Yeah, he played last year. He played a bit this year again. He's
You
doing
going to play a
marathons.
bit, Stan, yourself?
You
35s?
walk asked me, all right, but I don't know. I think I'm over age for over 35 years.
Where do you see yourself in the game going forward now?
Footgolf.
Yeah.
I'll definitely play. I'll try. If Ireland make that World Cup, I'll definitely try play up to that. I might take a little break from it then, maybe for a year, just because I'm involved in the committee side of it as well. Like it can get draining.
Will you do one, or will you stay hang around committee?
No. If I don't play, I'll just...
Really?
Yeah. I might just help them with... I do treasurer for them, so I do payments and that type of thing, because I used to work in the bank, so I know all that side of things. I'd probably do that for them, stay doing that, all right, but
Yeah.
I probably would take a year out just to... Just
It is draining,
kids
though,
young
Stan.
as well, you know, that kind of way.
That
like,
voluntary
just-
job is... I did 5 years as a handicap secretary in the
you
golf
get no
club.
thanks.
My God.
No thanks for it.
Drain you.
Yeah.
You can't go by the first tee box. Yeah, can I ask you a question? Coming
Yeah.
off. Can I ask you a question? You're like, leave me alone, man. I just want to play golf.
As I always say, it's
Jesus.
generally the people that make the most noise do the least work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vessels, bud.
Yeah, honest to God. First to give out, like, but you ask them, dig a hole or put out something.
There's lads in
sorry,
every
busy
club.
there, can't do it.
Give out stink about everything. Like in soccer clubs, golf clubs, whatever it is. And then you ask them to do something. Oh, no, I can't. I'm busy.
So that
Oh,
can
yeah.
take it. That
So-
can take its toll on you, like, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I probably will take a year out at some stage just to recharge the back. I kind of say that though the whole time.
Yeah.
And then a European Championships comes up or something, or a World Cup. You're like, that's-
Opportunity to
Because
knock.
there's talk now the World Cup next year, if we get to it, is either going to be in England, Sweden, or Dubai.
Oh, either
So
or.
imagine it was
Either
in
or.
Dubai. Yeah.
Imagine Dubai, yeah.
Imagine Dubai, like.
No, the heat. What month's the World Cup?
That's the thing. So if it was a late World Cup in December, you'd have to probably go to Dubai.
Yeah.
If it's September or something, you probably could do Sweden or England.
Yeah, Dubai would be super warm, man.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be sweltering.
Yeah. But we've played in it. Like, we know what it's like in Morocco and...
Much Orlando's quite warm, isn't it?
It's 2 or
Dead
3
heat.
days. Yeah.
It's mental, isn't it?
And then the hurricane, or the sirens go off for the hurricanes and stuff like that as well. You're gone off the course.
Yeah. Sure, the natural disasters there just wipes out immunity in seconds, like just boom.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, nuts.
And once that siren
Outrageous.
goes off, get off the course.
Get off the course.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best.
Absolutely.
First of all, with me and Papa, because you don't know what you've got yourself into, right? And second of all, I hope you make the Olympics.
You could be there as well, lads.
Mm.
No, let's not. Let's just
You never
forget about
know,
fantasy
lads.
for a minute, you know.
Okay, licking his lips.
No, look, you never know, but I think there's definitely a space for it to grow. I think it's
there is.
It's a big
definitely,
thing.
yeah. And like I find it brilliant for, physical health, mental health, all that sort of stuff. Like just go out there, like
It's a well-being sport.
it's brilliant.
Stan, like golf.
Honestly, it is brilliant.
It's a well-being sport.
Easier though than golf.
Do you play golf?
Yeah, I'm poor at it.
I'm poor at it as well, but I think it's the greatest game ever.
I know once you hit a good shot, you think, lads, do you remember
Have a
the shot I hit in the
conquer.
6-star? It's unbelievable, so it's, or the hole in one there recently, huh?
Yeah.
I seen that, so I did.
That was heavily edited.
Yeah.
But look,
I actually have something for you as well, lads.
well, what do you have?
Just a little
We're not
present.
finished yet, no, by the way.
Little ball marker for you. No,
Oh,
unfortunately, my name is on it, so you can pick whichever colour you want, yellow or green. I'm just going to leave them there.
Papa, let you pick first.
Well, I'm going green. Yellow's your family colour, but
So that obviously is
only messing around.
that's obviously.
Whatever you like.
No, you can pick.
Well, I'll take the yellow one. You have the green one.
So you're going to need that there in a while. So obviously that's just if
Oh, you can mark the ball.
that's
can
when
you?
you're marking your ball, yeah. So like obviously it's the same rules as golf, 4 furthest away from the hole goes.
That's
So if
deadly,
my
isn't
ball's
it?
in your way, put that down. You take up your
Yeah,
ball
I
and put
feel
it back.
terrible now of not. Did you bring a man?
Come on, hey, I want to
I'll
hear
kick
penguins
that off.
inside.
You had
I'll
a
kick
kick
that
out
off.
It's your penguins.
That's brilliant. That's absolutely
Cheers, Stan.
fantastic.
Very welcome,
Best of
lads.
luck with it, yeah.
Stay where you are, though. Don't go anywhere.
If we can do anything to help you, both give us a shout.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Brilliant.
I think a Hosey podcast golf, Footgolf Classic in Quilla
Yeah.
could be an event and a half, right?
I always thought if you had just say got 5 lads from all the soccer clubs and just said, right lads, 4 best scores out of 5 count winner, whatever. I don't know.
But
You know yourself.
even like an off summer thing,
Summer
give us your 3 best players from your club,
Yeah,
and we'll do the commentary on it.
yeah. Brilliant, wouldn't it?
Honest to God.
Oh, we will
An
have
entry fee.
someone we will have someone at the Irish Open, for argument's sake. The main rounds 1, 2 and 3, they'll be going around commentating and stuff like that. Like
Lovely.
they'll have their own. What do you call them yokes?
Microphones, Dan.
Yeah, no, it's you put their phone on it and it's
Oh, the boss. What are they called?
Oh, my God.
James Nuts.
gimbal. That's the one. Yeah,
Gimbal.
Yeah.
James is the man who
He
knows.
is, yeah, he knows all that stuff. He's into all that modern technology. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I think, this is what I want to say on it. Do you know where I think it could be a fantastic thing? Players recovering.
Yeah. Well, Eric Malloy, he was injured. Came and played it.
Medial,
Excuse
yeah.
me. And just pinging the ball just really
Just
nicely, not driving through,
stroking
just trying to keep it in the
balls.
middle of fairway and stuff like that.
But you're walking, you're
Yeah.
active,
Absolutely.
and it's straight lines.
Yes.
They're not straining the body, really. Yeah.
And it's just you're coming back.
You clock
But-
up about 25,000 steps there over the
You're-
like 2 rounds and stuff.
Yeah,
Dead at you.
yeah. You're just testing yourself enough to test the injury. So
You will know, like.
Yeah. Listen, we'll definitely collaborate. We'll definitely do a Woolsey podcast.
Footgolf
Oh,
Classic.
deadly, yeah. It's a great idea.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
€200 entry per team.
Yeah.
The winner gets a jumbo
100
lad.
euro.
The jump.
We've questions that come in. To be fair, they're a bit out there, Pop. I'm not going to lie to you. What's that? Shamrock? Oh, cool. I'm going to bring that to when I'm going on my cruise. I'm going on a cruise in June. I'm going to bring that in the casino.
Oh,
like
sure.
that.
Holidays
in.
again.
Boom, all in.
Holidays again. It's frequently mentioned, isn't it? On
yeah,
this podcast.
yeah.
Just holidays.
It is. Hey, do you watch podcast?
What's yours? Yeah.
Oh, thanks very much. Appreciate the support.
Yeah.
I know Papa brings it down a little bit, but thanks for hanging in there.
Thanks, pal.
First question. This is open for all of us, right? If he could play a match against any team in history and a game, what team and what game would it be and why? I'll go first. I wouldn't play a match, I'd referee a match. And it'd be the 66 World Cup final. And that goal wouldn't be given. And and England wouldn't win the World Cup.
They lost 4-2, didn't they?
but that was for 2-1 though. And when your man came on the pitch as well, when Jeff Hurst scored the last goal, the game had to been stopped straight away anyway.
Podge.
You know, that's what he would have done. That's
So
why
you
he would have
referee
went
it?
back. Yeah, would have went back. I was a shit player, sure, man. I'm not, you don't mind I'm the best in the world, but I'm shit in reality. Papa.
Probably, Jesus. France 98, I think is the greatest, of my era, definitely the greatest international team I've seen. That Zidane.
Would you love to go up against Zidane, like?
Sure, he's just ridiculous, man. But even the midfielders, Petit, Vieira, Zidane, Djorkaeff.
Guy Varsh.
Oh, Lazarus was probably the best left back in the world. Thuram was the best right back. Then you had Laurent kissing your man's head. Barthez before. It was just iconic. And it's just a memory of it. And I think that was it was Ronaldo, the phenom.
I was just going to ask, that was where
without injury free, I think would have been the greatest player of all time, but he'll never be called that because he got injury. But I think, for me, that to play against that France team would be just epic. Like Zidane, you hear Ray Keane talking about him, everybody says his technical ability. The man is 6'2", like.
Yeah.
He's
a
monster.
So elegant and graceful, so he was. Like,
elegant is the right word there.
Yeah.
He glided around the field.
I love the clip. I watch it a lot where he does the little Cruyff turn off the goalkeeper's kick out.
Draw or
Going to
something
the
like that, isn't it?
sideline.
Or to the side, and he just cuts back in.
Oh, that's,
Or even the volley against Leverkusen.
That's
Yeah.
not technique in that.
God.
But
He's
to see
outrageous.
that your man is coming this side, I'll just...
But the ball came from like...
It was
the
40
dots.
yards. Yeah,
It came across field.
Yeah.
But it was so like...
Boom.
Would you see clips of him? Stan? He was
effortless.
just
Yeah.
unbelievable. Like you
Effortless.
think you have him on the ball, his foot come up over your head, the ball from the far side, go away, a little nudge, you're on your arse, he's running away with the ball. But then when he went at pace, both feet, he was brilliant. Brilliant. Like that Real Madrid team.
Oh,
With him, Brazilian Ronaldo,
Figo,
Beckham, McMahon
Roberto
was in
Carlos.
that.
Guti.
Yeah.
Like some of them, like are quality players. They're just
goalkeeper,
they're just in with them
Casillas.
type of players.
Yeah.
Oh, epic.
Cambiasso on that side. He was in there, thereabouts.
I just think that French team was the
Raul.
best.
What's centre half? Ivan
Helguera.
Centre half. And Campo.
Ivan Campo, yeah.
Both ended up at Bolton.
Japan, was it 2002 Japan was the other one?
Yeah.
That Brazilian team with
Korea.
Ronaldo with the little triangle on his...
Yeah, brilliant.
That was-
Yeah.
Rivaldo, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
Levedo. And they were sort of... I was in Leicester at the time and the jerseys were coming in crazy. Like,
Yellow and the green.
the yellow and the blue one. Yellow and the green one, the blue and the white one. But then you're getting Croatia jerseys, you're getting...
For the O2.
for the O2 World Cup.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is epic. Like,
Yeah.
brilliant.
Jerseys are class.
Yeah. Brilliant. I know that they'd say that France team for me, Podge.
Stan, you're up.
I wouldn't mind a little heads up on somebody's questions.
Do you know
The
what?
best thing, Podge,
So
is
what?
spur of the moment.
So what?
I'd probably go with, do you remember Barcelona beat Real Madrid 3-0 in Bernabeu? Ronaldinho got a standing ovation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember he scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one just springs to mind.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Or one of the teams with, with Xavi and Iniesta and Messi, just like...
It's the greatest midfield pairing of all time. isn't it?
Treat and Busquets as well, like.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, especially Iniesta and
Yeah.
Xavi, like, I mean, people always say, they're too small of a football.
Did you ever see Busquets giving away the ball?
No. Iniesta,
Not a
Xavi?
hope of it.
Never, lads. It just kind of goes to show you, you don't have to have physicality, you don't have to be 6 foot, all this sort of. Iniesta's probably about 5'5", like.
They
Just
want-
glides across the
Xavi
field.
and Iniesta wasn't 6 foot between the two of them.
Probably not. No,
Yeah, but that was a revolutionary time, like in football.
Guardiola changed it, didn't he? as
Like
well?
that was brand new. Like I'm looking at them
Tic-tac,
at that
was it
time.
called, Podge?
Yeah, but like they never passed. Like first of all, the three of them are close, and they
15
never
yards,
really
three.
passed it over 20 yards.
No.
No, yeah. They just kind of move together and come back together.
And it was just bounce.
You never see a ball over the
bounce,
top, would you?
Bounce.
No.
They could do it. Like that's the beauty about it. You had David Villa, you had Messi.
So
and
Messi
you
was
had
only coming into the team.
Pedro,
Samuel
Eto'o, like because
Ronaldinho.
So if you wanted to go on them and
Yeah.
like press them, we're just going to clip you then, boys.
Yeah.
Do you know here?
Every
Don't forget about the boys
attribute
up
you
there.
need.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
They're not bad, are they?
Yeah, we get you on the blind side now. You're fucked.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would agree. I think they're
Remember the Brazilian Ronaldo in Old Trafford? The Champions League,
scored
the
a
black
hat-trick.
jerseys.
The hat-trick, yeah.
Barthez terrible in goal for all.
He was a kamikaze in goal.
He was brutal in the goal, wasn't he? I would agree with you, Stan. I'm only joking with the referee thing. If I was to go, I'd be play with that Barcelona side. I think to revolutionise football.
Greatest club side ever.
ever, in my
Ever,
opinion. Because that United side at the bet in 2 of the Champions League finals,
Good side.
super United sides.
Good side.
Very good sides. But they were awesome, man.
But the bet good teams, Podge, that were, you think you're a good team.
Do you remember the bet Real Madrid was a 5-0 to beat them?
Scotched them, yeah.
Oh my good God.
But they,
The Classicos, them were different. They hit different as well, didn't they? Sunday night.
It was like
Little
religion. You
Curry.
couldn't miss it. Like
Yeah.
you couldn't
No.
miss the El Clasico. Like
Yeah. It was talked about and everything, man.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Like Curry on a Saturday, Sunday night there.
remember Figo went from Barcelona to Madrid.
remember throw
Yeah.
the pig's
Throwing
head
pig's
out.
head at them and
yeah.
everything.
Pig's head.
Yeah.
lads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How do you
Nuts.
sneak a pig's head in?
yeah.
Yeah, it must have been quite a big hamburger or something.
In the sandwich.
Here's one I met earlier.
It was in between 2 slices of batch.
It was in a French loaf. Yeah, no, fucking, Classico. I don't think. Was there a bit of an epic last year? Did I watch a bit of an epic Classico last summer?
Could have been.
End of last year. Yamal ran riot.
Oh, they absolutely tore them asunder. Yeah. Was it
Was
about
that this- was
5-5?
that
Was it
before
5-4,
Christmas, was it?
5-1 or something?
Yeah, it was in the Copa del Rey, was it?
No,
The hockey in the league.
Yeah, in the league. No,
Oh,
the
was
Copa
it?
del Rey's on tonight.
Well, that's tonight, is it?
That's Atletico and Barca. That was 4-all. The first game was classic.
Okay.
First leg, 4-all.
4-all, yeah.
Yeah.
That's on tonight.
Real Madrid
Outrageous.
struggled last night, did it?
Sociedad, I don't know what did they win, did it?
Was it 4-all in the end as well?
Was it?
Extra time, I think. The first leg in Real Madrid, or in Sociedad 1-0.
Right.
And I think it was 4-all after extra time, went through 5-4.
I think Betis played last night as well. It was a derby. Who would their derby be?
No, they beat Seville there at the weekend in
Seville.
the derby, yeah.
Yeah, that's the derby.
Anthony.
scored that again, did he?
No, but he apparently...
Are you a United fan? Fidget spinner.
Yeah.
No time for him at all. 100 million, lads.
Yeah.
Fidget spinner.
Yeah.
He is,
Yeah. Parkman United. I'm depressed over them. Every week, their only week and every weekend.
Last night, even, sure, yeah.
And I just...
See the goal? 81 yards, I think they said he ran.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and 85 metres
9
in
seconds or
in
something.
9 seconds, I think it was, yeah.
And we saw, and we saw it
With
for
a ball.
11 million.
11, was it?
Was Man United sell him?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Good.
kept fidget spinner and boys.
Mm.
I just don't get it. I
least,
watched
look,
them. I don't
Mason
really
Mount
watch
made the
soccer.
bench, didn't he?
Good for him. But I watch Man United because I'm a fan every weekend, and
Yeah.
it's very hard.
It's tough.
My brother goes over quite often. And he says, you think they're bad on the television? You want to see them live? No, dots.
That's but probably big United.
They were in the Champions League final in what year? 97, was it? They won the triple. 99.
99, yeah.
Man
Yes,
United
99, yeah.
came back late.
Yeah.
Pa was on the bridge and Craig walking home. Wouldn't watch it.
And they won it.
No, yeah.
But him and go on to win it.
Yeah, he just, I don't know, he wouldn't
I
watch it.
got
He wouldn't stay in
suspended
the
from
pub.
school that day. Never forget.
Yeah.
Tech, second year. Suspended. You're out. Get out. Anyway, if you could invite any 3 football players to dinner, who would they be and what would you make for them?
I wouldn't be a great cook, so I'd just do something basic, like
Just eat straight away.
spaghetti bolognese or something. But
I'd
definitely it'd be, for me, Gerrard, Keane, Roy Keane, and the greatest footballer to ever put on football boots is Diego Maradona.
There you go.
And I don't want, there's no debate over that.
what would you serve them food-wise?
That's it, it's spaghetti bolognese. Just something basic, that's all.
Spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah.
Maradona's
Maradona's the greatest ever.
Yeah, my dad would say the same, yeah.
I know people in the modern era say Messi and this kind of crack, but
You look
Messi-
back at
Messi played.
the pitches they used to
The
play
pitches,
on.
yeah.
Oh my God, and the hardship they used to get.
there's no way
Jesus.
Messi would have done to Napoli what Maradona done.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
When Napoli were in the gutter, like...
Yeah.
But said you're playing on like
And a madman as well.
youth centre
Remember
type
playing
pitch.
for,
Yeah.
did he
Half
play
time,
for,
like, and lads hacking you over it.
did he play for Seville? Was it Seville? And it was
no.
fighting, throwing.
Barca.
Oh, remember that?
Remember throwing karate kicks at lads and
karate kicks
everything.
and all.
They give that
yeah.
a shining wizard.
Yeah. And then he was in the stadium and he was shouting out the fans or a match going on. They're hanging on to him by the belt
Yeah,
in case he won't fall over the top. But he was a genius, man. He was the best ever.
yeah. It's,
And then that clip alone of him warming up.
kicking it up in the air and all. And
Yeah,
Just
the-
real
and the
casual,
music,
like,
the
yeah.
Opus is the name of the band or something. They want the song, but I remember Gary Neville speaking about, or Gary Lineker. They said the world match was on, and the world 11 against another 11 basically, and he was playing Maradona's side. So he said everybody's. You're talking about Platini, the greatest of all in the dressing room. I said Maradona was your boys are just bouncing footballs, and he's in the corner soloing socks.
solo and socks.
Yeah, he's socks. So his socks
Rolled
rolled up and he's soloing socks. And the boys are like, what the fuck is going on over here? And he did 15 or 20 or 30 solos with socks. And then he walked out with the ball, out through the stadium, onto the pitch, and he kicked it 15 times or something in the air.
As hard as he
and
he
I came
could.
down, the ball never hit the ground. So he kicked it up, and he kicked it up, and he said he never walked 3 steps any time. And Lineker said, I'll try this. He said, I did it twice, and the second one I was running after it. He said it was crazy. But he said, you speak of greats, and then you speak of Maradona. In my opinion, he's the greatest footballer that ever lived. I'll never change my opinion that. I don't care who comes along.
Yeah, I'm going to change the question a little bit. I'm going to go with coaches. I'd love to have a conversation with Cruyff.
Yeah, that's your scene, isn't it?
Well, he kind of changed football, didn't he, as well?
Cruyff.
Yeah.
There's not too many coaches in the world where a turn is named after them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only one, is it?
Yeah,
Well, unless you're Mexican, you have the Blanco bounce, right?
Or the Etiquette kick, the scorpion kick.
Over that.
Be we'd be getting a curry out with Bombay Diner and Greg Cullen. We'd have a stop club. Board chicken, yes, please. For a night you're out. Lovely, that. Beautiful.
He's laughing all under.
It'd be Cruyff, Ferguson.
Yeah,
Brian
Ferguson.
Clough.
Brilliant, yeah.
I'd love to just have a conversation on football with them 3 characters. Imagine Clough giving out to Cruyff. Cruyff, you haven't got a clue. Be quite funny, wouldn't it?
No, he's epic.
And I wouldn't ask any questions. Just sit there and listen.
Throw Roy Keane into the mix there, them two then as well, imagine that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Keane with Ferguson, the sharpshooter.
And have
Imagine
Ferguson.
He'd hook Clough and he burst
Ferguson. Ferguson would have to be at my table anyways if you're going coaches, alright.
Yeah, go on. Hit me with it.
Those top players after being Ronaldinho. Loved them.
Yeah.
Just an absolute magician, like.
Yeah.
Absolute magician.
Quite close sign for United as well, wasn't he?
Oh, broke me heart.
Yeah.
Because obviously we hadn't got phones or stuff like that. You were just teletext or something like that. Ronaldinho signs for for
2-2-1.
Barcelona. Like, no. Yeah. Who else would you bring in?
So many good ones, man.
Yeah, like...
World Cup
Sure, I
players.
suppose like Messi, just to get his opinion, and maybe you go back to a Maradona or a Pele or something like that. Like,
You'd love to hear a story of Paul McGrath. How drunk was he playing some games? And,
Imagine Maradona's stories.
you know what I mean?
Oh, don't you read his book?
I haven't, huh?
Man, get on Maradona's book.
Yeah.
Outrageous. Best football book I ever read. And the second best I ever read is Dwight York's.
Is it?
And the third best I ever read is Cascarino's. Sorry, the best football book I ever read is David Ford's.
Oh!
No,
Is it out yet?
Yeah, it's forward. It was
Okay.
approved today.
Yeah.
Forwarded by the president. But Maradona, like, he just couldn't avoid controversy everywhere he went. Like illegitimate kids, like partying with the mafia.
Yeah, it's like Jesus.
Like, the book is awesome, man.
Said that.
Yeah, get on it. Do you read her?
I do a very odd time.
I don't really anymore since I'm addicted to my mobile phone. But
also, he won the Mexico 86,
Absolutely. Yeah.
betting the final Italia 90.
they would have went close in
And he
94
won
if he had
94 and
stayed.
if he got caught with drugs.
If he had been...
Do you know what I mean? That's 3 World Cups in a row. Like.
So in front of the camera, sure, doing a job and like going, do you know what I mean? Like, all right.
Psychopath coming over.
That's not pasta and fucking broccoli. Do you know what I mean? That's not. If VAR existed in everyday life, what's the one decision you'd want reviewed? So in your day to day,
My day to day or in world life.
in your day to day as a person, like if you were going to do something and you just got the VAR here, no, you're not doing it.
Oh, Jesus. Day to day life, I'd say. I'm trying to think of that one, but I'll give you an answer on another one. The JFK assassination.
Oh wow,
I'd love to see who. Because the truth was there.
who done it?
Who? Tell us. That's not the truth.
Do you not think it's
Oswald didn't do that, man.
I listen to it. Are you into conspiracy?
Did you see
pop?
the one? Yeah, did you see the one with the surgeons in the room? It's on Netflix.
What's this?
JFK behind the scenes or something like that. I'll get you the name of it. It's absolutely brilliant. It's all the surgeons in the room and their opinions on it. And it's absolutely epic. What they saw and what they seen. He said, and they're all elderly now. They're obviously what age they were at the time, but they're all in the 80s. Some of them have died, but there's 4 or 5 of them left. And they speak about it and they're like, there's no way. It's just, I'm not going to ruin it if you look at it.
Did Trump not say he's opening the case up?
Trump?
Did he not say he's going to open up the Kennedy
Fella wouldn't
files?
open up his zip.
He did. He said
he said he's going to do it,
Sure,
yeah.
he has his nephew in there as the head of medical now, doesn't he? Robert Kennedy
I'd say
Jr.
probably if someone doubted me over something. Like, I do jobs, say I did it. On my day-to-day life, I'd say I did jobs in the golf club, say, for example. And some people would take it personally, whereas never personal for me. It's just a job. And
So, but are you saying that in the sense that the VAR would stop you making a decision?
No. Like, put me in a room when I'm speaking to me committee. And they have an opinion that they might think is personal, but it's not personal,
Yeah.
right? And I would say, if you actually listen to the conversation, it's not. It's just whatever it is, and it's not. And if I'd love to have someone just to record it and say, look, he's not lying. Here's where it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You want VAR to...
Yeah, just
So
review that.
you're basically saying that you can't explain English.
No, I can. Yeah, no, I can. Yeah.
I think for me it'd be calorie intake. I think it has to get to a stage now where someone interjects.
Put down the chocolate.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a good
Drop the
shout.
Snickers fatty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's Monday at 11 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing?
Yeah, and it's your third bar. No, I think, and just get me active. Just the decision of, we won't go for a walk. No, you're gone. I think that would be me.
I would have got fitter as well, Podge, when I played soccer.
I would have loved to done it right.
I would if it was
know,
back
like
18 or 19 now.
Bonus question now for both is, because you were players more than I was. What's your definition of doing it right then?
Well, not going out on a Saturday night and getting hammered to be the first one for me.
Well, there's different times then, Stan.
Yeah.
But I'd love to be 18 now playing in the modern game.
What would you do different though, Papa?
Like that.
Well, I'd love to go back even further again to even, like even 8, 9, 10 and start properly then. Like I see it now, like with some of the lads, like and they're actually doing like, exercises at home and all that sort of stuff. Like, but like, and then diet comes into it again and that sort of stuff.
Massive.
Like if the facilities, take Ray Walker for argument's sake, if you brought him as an 8-year-old or 10-year-old to now with the facilities, the exposure of the game and all that sort of stuff, I'd be shocked if he couldn't make it.
What do you think?
With his attributes he has.
The attributes he has,
and the better coaching.
And then you're looking at some of the players on Man United, all this sort of stuff. Like if he was top class. I just think if you brought him to now,
big unit too, isn't he?
A massive unit, quick as well, had everything.
I don't think I don't like that comparison. I've heard that story so many times, and I'd have like Lee Murphy be a very good friend of mine. I reckon that if Lee's one of the best I ever seen play.
Good player, Lee. Yeah.
And I reckon if he had it, and I put Ross Towns in that bracket as well, probably Flinner maybe to an extent. Even likes of yourself, like
there was some amount of good players in the Carlow League.
Unbelievable.
Look, like Gavin Dowling.
Deadly.
Yeah.
Oh my God, probably best goalie.
Alan Kelly,
Simon Ray, Brian Quigley.
Barry Brennan.
Quality.
Outrageous.
Quality.
So you don't. It's like that's what I mean. It's a kind of open-ended argument that you just don't know, because it doesn't matter the era. The stats are this: 1% make it.
There's definitely more exposure for lads now. Like, than there was
100%.
back then.
But I'll tell you what happens, Stan. Right? here's the fucking cliche, or not the cliche. Here's the.
Sorry, JFK. What the surgeon saw is the name of that.
Thanks,
No,
Paul.
okay.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's the best thing you said on. Like.
Yeah.
Here's the fucking scenario, right? Take Ray from then into now.
Yeah.
So he's 10 years of age now, going into his club for the first time. Coaching is different. He mightn't react to coaching well.
True.
Right? Non-competitive games.
Roll on, roll
Until
off.
he's 12. Roll on, roll off. Everyone has to kick a ball. It's not that the player, it's the era.
Okay.
That's for me, that's what the big hurdle is. Because there's no doubt that the ability will be there for them to go in. And there's kids that play now, and we would have seen it in academies down through the years. They're thinking, I remember seeing Keane Ray play at 9 or 10 years and think to myself, this has the second coming here. Like, wow, he's going to be Carlow's first superstar. This is the first thing in your mind. But as he progresses and the game progresses, he's still playing, fair play to him. But he's not where I would have seen he was going to go. Do you know what I mean? So it's just it's a strange one. I don't think it's something you can compare. But however, if they were born 10 minutes away from Carrington, do you know what I
another thing
mean?
with Ray Walker as well is he's like, I think he was born the 30th of December, so he was only 2 days from playing the year below him again.
Go away.
Do you know that kind of way?
So then the rule would have changed then probably 15 years ago, where it went by your year of birth.
Yes, so it used to be
Yeah.
it used to be August.
It used to be August.
And then they switched to January. So like he went backwards altogether. So like there was lads, 360 days older than him type thing, or a bit more.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But like, I agree with you. Absolutely unbelievable talent. Unbelievable. Would you make it? You just don't know.
No.
Do you know
$1 million
what I mean?
question.
Sometimes
isn't
it can be just, some players can be the right place at the right time. Really can.
Absolutely. Last question. What's the worst excuse you've heard from a player for missing a match or a training?
So many probably is there.
A lad told me one time. I'm not going to mention his name.
Do.
No, I'm not mentioning
Go
his
on for the crack. Initials. I think it was initials.
No.
Let's play hangman. Guess it.
Hey.
He told me I can't make training. I have to stay home and watch the dog. The dog is not well. It doesn't look well.
Doesn't look well.
And I was like, what do you mean the dog doesn't look well? So he was like, I can't make
Was he
training.
missing a limb or
I have to
something?
bring the dog to the vet. And I was like, okay. So then he come up to train, or his father come up to the match or something the next day. And I said, well, who's the dog? What dog? No dog. No, a phantom dog he had. I said, will you go away with this? Yeah, that was the worst one I ever got. I didn't get too many of them, but that was one that's just
I used to manage the Airog under 20s. I think we were under 20 final, so or 20 or 21 final about 6 years ago. That, and one of the lads texted me on the Thursday night. He says, I can't play the final at the weekend. I was there. Why, what's wrong? Like, he says, I have dinner booked with the family and the girlfriend. And I was there.
Right.
All right, like, can you not go a different night, or like the night before or anything like that, or maybe book a time earlier or anything like that? No, time has been booked there for about a month. He says, I can play the first half for you. I said, no.
in the final.
Yeah.
Was he a starter?
Yeah, cornerback.
Fuck off.
I said, no, you're all right. He says, but I can play the first half. I says, you think it's all right, just play first half.
And
Head
go.
off, and I'd say one of the lads, look, he's gone for dinner.
Yeah,
Can you come on? Like,
Did you win the final?
we did win, thank God.
All right.
So luckily it was justified, you know, kind of
Yeah.
Yeah, you can name him then.
Podge.
Plenty of excuses, but one sticks out in my mind where I would have I would have spoke to players individually before the second season, and I was over Pat's 10 years ago. And I sat down with one player and I said, look, we're going to train Tuesdays, Tuesdays and Fridays, because lads are in college and a game is Sunday, right? Yeah. And I was about to speak and he said, no, I'll stop you there. To be honest, probably won't be around most Fridays now. I was like, why? Listen, it's going to concentrate on music. He's like, how are you, Kendrick Lamar? Concentrate on music. I was like, you know what it is? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Young lad, really good player, top player. No, I'm concentrating on music.
How's his music on?
I don't see him on Spotify.
Well, guess what? We are.
Yeah. That was the random one. But I never forget an under 12 game. My first team at Pats. We were going for the league, and it was Saturday morning. And I won't name the position because people know who it is straight away. But chap came down, and he had toilet paper wrapped around his wrist. He was clearly nervous, right? Because it was the game. Whoever won the game was winning the league, right? I think we were playing Vale or someone. And he came down with toilet paper wrapped around his, like an extra from the Mummy, right? I was expecting a man to walk down behind him, wasn't it? Brendan Fraser. But I said, "What story with you?" Broke my wrist. So you broke your wrist, did you? When did you break that? Last night. So you get X-ray, diagnosed the whole lot? Yeah.
Toilet paper.
Is there? This is 10 o'clock in the morning. What time did it happen at? Around midnight. So you're 8 hours in and you've been diagnosed, you've been strapped up the whole lot.
Left hospital.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Won't play. Not playing. I looked at the wrist. Andrex on his wrist. I was like, that's not even a bandage, like it was dangling. It was gaps in it, that size, with 3-inch gaps in it. Like, you know. But he was only a kid, right? So I was kind of like, I know, don't worry about Sheba. He was back training Tuesday night. We won the league, miraculous recovery. Do you know what I mean? But that's
very good.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah.
Some of the young lads are brilliant.
They're brilliant. Yeah,
Stuff to come up with.
Jez, they're brilliant.
Yeah.
Remember the academy? We were in the academy and they had to do a celebration of Jamie Farlow Parkville.
Oh yeah,
I remember him.
And they used to do the garden sprinkler. I was showing him the garden sprinkler to move. They used to do this on the. So he scored a goal up and I said, oh, here we are. And he sprints towards me. And in front of everybody, the two of us were on the garden sprinkler on the sideline. The parents were laughing. It's great crack. But I would have done that to make the kids happy as well too, you know. It's great. It's great banter.
Yeah. Papa, do you want for Stan before we go?
Look, yeah. Best of luck. I hope you get to the Olympics, man.
Yes.
We'll do it to support you and look, we'll look
That's
into this.
That's a long way away still, but sure.
We get sharp enough for this.
Absolutely. We'll go down to Fokkov. We'll have a practice
18th,
round.
Good Friday, we're going down.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're working or are you not working?
I don't know yet. I'll be only working 6 to 9 maybe, that's all.
Yeah, grand.
Yeah, that's
It'll be your own anyway. James
anyway,
is going to film it. It's going to be your first proper video. Well, it's going to be your first kind of.
You nervous?
We'll be like Jimmy Bullard and the boys. You ever watch that golf channel?
Ange. Yeah, Ange and choosing Ange. Golf or something, isn't it? It's funny, isn't it? Yeah.
Jimmy's good,
He's very
Jimmy's
good, isn't he?
He's very
Jimmy's
good.
a proper golfer. He was on the Euro Tour, like.
There's all scratch or something, I think, yeah. Same
Yeah,
as
he's a good player. He's
James.
very funny as well, though. He's nuts. Is James Scratch?
James Deadly, yeah.
Don't be Scratch Footgolf. Yeah.
Scratching his head.
I know you said that, I'll give it whatever. And I just don't think it's in you to walk away from it, because I think
You'd know by someone, wouldn't you?
yeah, I think you're at the core of it.
I'll take a year's break. And then
See, what always happens is it
Did your
becomes
wife go and listen to this?
not this part.
Yeah.
turn it off, James.
It always gets bigger each year.
Yeah.
You get better courses there. We got Carlow
Yeah.
and Quinn, and we're obviously going to try to get more again next year. So you're always thinking, I'd love to play. Look, we have Enniskillen Golf Club up in Fermanagh to play that one as well. And it's just, you get better courses, more players get involved.
It's a great idea in Carlow, James, or Stan, where you're going because there's no membership in Carlow. It's just turn up and pay a green fee in the par 3.
Yeah.
That you can say, do you know what? 6 days golf, but we can have 1 day soccer.
Friday foot golf, something.
Which is brilliant.
Which they have a college 3 minutes away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many soccer, that's a FAI course in there, I think, as well. There's Gaelic teams there, there's everything.
First dates.
First dates, yeah.
Yeah,
Doesn't go well, you can
First
bury her in the
dates,
hole,
I would love to get, and you're just trying to get to the next stage of, like a Carlow Golf Club out, the new 9.
The new 9,
that type of thing. Because you fit 18 holes, that's another thing. On a proper golf course, you may only need to play.
There's 9
on
holes
9.
out there, but you play 18.
You fit 18, obviously.
I'd say it's frowned upon, though, by golf clubs, is it?
But when they see it, then they actually, when we were in Enniskillen last year, the people in Highfield are used to it because we've had Irish Open there about 5 years and they're used to it. But for Fermanagh now, or Enniskillen, quite a lot of people come out to watch it, and just they were gobsmacked at the standard of it and the level of the freshness. And we try to, when we're playing these competitions, like looking the part, but just
there's a lot of people who play golf now, who play soccer.
Yeah.
And
absolutely
don't play soccer anymore, so they play golf and they relate to both of them.
Yeah.
So, you would get the odd snob that's it.
Oh, of course, you're always going to get that.
Yeah, that's everywhere.
We are very
look down their noses or whatever.
We do try our best to be
good,
to make a good impression that we can.
I think it's going to snowball, man.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think it will. Something will eventually happen that will really kill. It might just take like
someone big to come in and sponsor,
or like a David Ford to play a competition or something. The kind of way, Lex Pro or something like that, and just say, "Geez, lads, that was brilliant."
Yeah, but I just think you need patience, because if the more patient you are and the harder you work at, all of a sudden you'll start to see participation.
And the trouble for us can be is we see England, we see Scotland, and the courses they're getting,
and they're growing and growing. But but like what happens over there, we're always behind, right? So what do they say? America sneezes, we get called. It's the same with England. England sneezes, we get called. Like
it's a true statement, isn't it?
We're kind of. So if it's taken off there, it's going to come here.
Yeah, like in terms of sport Ireland, for us, they can get it a lot quicker through their government. So they get financial backing a lot quicker than. So we don't have any. So fingers crossed we will in time.
What did the two boys from Kilkenny say? What did they say? The
Greyhounds
got 19
ridiculous money.
19 million or something.
19 million
for all their, I don't know, just towards Greyhound Ireland or something.
Really?
19 million.
A lot of employment in it, though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of employment in it.
No one says they don't deserve it, but surely. Starting out with sport, that
give us a small slice.
Give us half a mil even.
Yeah.
A bike shed amount of money.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Stan, do you want to finish anything? Do you want the final?
No, well, look,
words?
if anyone ever wants to try it out, give it a go. Absolutely, just get in touch with the show or get in touch with myself. And honestly, because as I said earlier on, I've never met anyone that's played it that didn't enjoy it. Ever, honestly.
Give it a go.
Yeah. Great physical health, mental health, get out there, fresh air.
We're certainly looking forward to it, Podge.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
You'll get it'll be some eye opener for when you play in Kilkenny with CMC, and then you go to come to Irish Open and you'll see just so much.
I'm not looking forward to Irish Open. I'm looking forward to Kilkenny, though.
The Irish Open, it'll be great. Of course, it'll be great and everything.
Are we going to be playing with you?
I'll try my best to arrange it that the fella I play with will be us.
What's in my two lads? Who are the two songs over here?
Or else what I could try to do is, try to get...
Can I drop kick this off the tee box?
My ideal thing would be to get, just say yourselves, and then get maybe 2 lads from balls.ie, 2 lads from Lad Bible Ireland. Have a little kind of podcast type competition.
We'll tell you, we'll take on the 2 Johnnies.
We'll take on the 2 Johnnies.
If you know them, do you have any contact details?
No.
Anybody know
them?
There
you go.
We'll
2 P's versus 2 J's.
Tell you the
there
truth,
you go.
I'll fight any man. I'll take on any man. In Footgolf. I don't know physical altercation, right?
So if you don't know anyone, lads, let me know and we can arrange that too. A podcast. Footgolf.
James, clip this. We'll get this viral. Myself and Pop are playing the Irish Open on the 23rd Friday. We're challenging the 2 Johnnies.
Open air challenge here. Let's go.
We're challenging. I have a left foot Johnny smacks is better than your left foot. Papa is the right foot, Johnny B. That you wouldn't hold weight for your right foot. Open challenge. If you don't accept or turn up, do you know what it is? You might as well cancel your podcast. And on that note, thanks so much for listening, everybody. Support's fantastic. Papa, you're off to Augusta. Best of luck.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
At this time next week, you'll be on the fairways of Augusta, Georgia.
Streaking or
yeah,
you wouldn't know.
Everything is sorted anyway.
Don't get too much drinking to me.
Visa and all is sorted. The whole
all done, yeah. Ready to go.
Brilliant.
your
Bring us back an old souvenir, won't you?
Well, son. Yeah.
Old plastic cup or something.
I'll get you something.
a ball marker.
Yeah.
Have one.
Yeah,
You
It
don't
costs
need one.
$100. I'd say.
It's not so bad, I believe. It's on standard price.
Yeah.
See, they don't.
It's their own brand.
Oh yes,
It's their own brand, Stan.
Yeah, all the food is regular price and all. Isn't it? I remember
It's a
seeing
dollar,
that.
dollar
yeah.
a
It's $1 for a
sandwich
drink and
and
$1.50 for a roll or something like that.
Cheap.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see. I don't really care.
Try the pimento cheese. I heard it's top class.
I'll have to get someone to bring home one. He's giving me a sandwich bag and everything.
Three home pimento cheese.
Yeah, he wants it. Yeah.
Who?
Alan O'Brien. He wants it.
Dusty Bain, is
Yeah.
it?
No, you know, get me a pimento cheese sandwich. Please, get it for me. I'll give you a sandwich bag, put it into it, and put it into your suitcase.
It'll be wrong, man.
Won't be. Sure, get it on the Sunday, come home the Monday. Be all right.
Be in the air and everything. No rats crawling around in the hub of a...
Oh, what?
in the,
Little holes in the back.
yeah.
I want to try one. Looking forward to try one myself.
Do a review and send it in and put it up on the podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, as always, lads, it's not my podcast.
Not my podcast.
It's Carlow Soccer's podcast. It's Footgolf's podcast now also. Anyway, thanks very much for support. Good luck and God bless.
Absolutely.
Thanks, lads.
Brilliant.
Cheers.
And that flew.
It's great. It was
That's
great.
full time on this episode of the How Is He podcast. Available on all podcasting platforms. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter/X. Proudly sponsored by Curra Sports. For more information, contact Shane@currasports.com or check out their website, currasports.com.